Far side, Hudson. Up top for Dobson. Near side, Caulfield shot. That's off of Samuelson, and it goes way high. Out of play as Sean, the Sabres have bared down on shot blocking, and it's paid off for them so far in the third.
Yeah, Matthias Samuelson steps up, seeing Cole Caulfield by the face-off dot, gets in that lane to help out his goaltender Luukkonen. And we'll see if Marty St. Louis is ready to take a timeout, and he will, as he'll reset his 6 skaters. And with all the commitment to the shot blocking, with the 6 skaters versus 5, there will be a player open. So if you get the fake shot, you slide off. The Canadians like to find that open man. They can get that clear shot, but they haven't been able to have that shot in the danger area. It's been on the outside for the face-off dots or too much traffic in front.
Once again, the space has been there tonight, but the Habs just haven't found a way to get more than 2 past Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. We talk about the 2 big saves from Dobish going post to post on Hellenis. How about the 2 saves on Caulfield from Luukkonen on the power play, or on the penalty kill in Buffalo's case, going back into the start of the second period?
Yeah, you tie that in with the fortunate bounce that the Canadians didn't get, and Tage Thompson did get on the power play. That second period did not turn the way the Canadians wanted. They had a 4-minute crossover from the second to the third. They did not convert, in which, in that 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes was their top power play unit. But DOMO would come out with a face-off, and Davidoff will stay on the bench.
So it's Suzuki, Hudson, Dobson, Caulfield, Slavkovsky, and as you mentioned, DOMO in for the face-off versus Josh Norris. Tie up off the draw, Habs win it. Caulfield, near side. From the hash marks to the line for Dobson. Far side, Lane Hudson. Switches with Dobson. Throws it to the far corner. DOMO is there. And he's rocked to the far boards by Samuelson. Sabres trying to knock it loose. Final minute in the third. Hudson near side. Spins away from Greenway. Up top. Over to Dobson on Corksa one time, but that's blocked. Now behind the Buffalo net. Puck spills loose. Sabres on it. Norris lifts it to center. Lobs it down ice. This won't go for icing. And it allows Buffalo to change. 35 to play. Habs through center. It's tipped in by Caulfield. Reeled in by Luukkonen. He's going to keep it moving. Off the boards by Buffalo to the line. Not out. And now pushed by Hudson. It gets to center. Flown wide of the net by Thompson. Back to the Montreal zone. 20 seconds to go. We have seen the Habs pull off crazier comebacks before. Here's Suzuki to center. 10 seconds. Hudson left side to the attacking zone. Broken up by Krebs. Played out to center ice again. And the Montreal Canadiens will have to pull off something quick here. This will be an icing call, or is it a high stick? The whistle blew for a high stick, but it looks like this game might be over. The clock is hit 0, and the Buffalo Sabres clear the bench.
The Sabres are celebrating. The Canadians are going down the tunnel. The referees are checking if there's time on the clock, but the faceoff's going to be in the Canadian zone with maybe half a second remaining. They're going to just run that off.
So it's not going to matter here. We've got ourselves a final score in Game 4. The Buffalo Sabres get a go-ahead goal in the third period, and it turns out to be enough in a 3-2 Game 4 victory, and the series, just like it was in Tampa Bay, after 4, is tied at 2.
That's why the 2 previous games don't matter, and you have to play game by game. In a 7-game series, it turns to Buffalo. It's a best of
That is the second near miss of this game for the Golden Knights. Lucas Dostal with a little bit of an early horseshoe as it remains scoreless here in Game 5. Trouba starts from out of the Anaheim zone. His pass ahead through center, deflected into the Vegas zone by Seneca. Barbashev goes after it, turns away from the forecheck, brings it right in front of his own net. Gives it up, and Dorofeev gives it back. He'll carry through center and angle it into the Anaheim zone. To the corner. He's tied up there by Mintyukov, but frees the puck up. Tries to make a pass, intercepted by Killorn, and Anaheim starts back. John Carlson joins the rush and lobs it to the left corner of the Vegas zone. Picked up by Braden McNabb, who rims it around the boards, and Barbashev quickly ahead for Eichel. Carlson got a little piece of Eichel, but the Golden Knights get the puck into the zone. Dorofeev trying to slide it up the right boards. Now he'll skate it to the corner. Nice pass, and Eichel in one motion put it right on net. Dostal made the save. Hutton keeps it in. And now Eichel off the left wing boards, back to the line, and that's blockered aside off the stick of Theodore. In front, Barbashev with a great chance, and Dostal with his best stop of the night.
Vegas is making plays at an incredible rate right now. How about that spinorama pass for the far side hash marks from Dorofeev to Eichel, who just missed.
Hard around and in. Dostal gets a piece of it behind the net, but doesn't possess it. And finally, McTavish able to sweep it out. Golden Knights just coming right back in waves. And McTavish has to come back and get a puck that's deflected into the Anaheim zone. Ian Moore spins with it up the left side. Can't go any further than center ice. Quick transition as Hertl brings it in on the right side. Pulls up on the half wall. Sets up Rasmus Andersson, the defenseman coming late, hit the crossbar. Comes all the way to the line, and it's kept in by Hertl, who was out high in the zone. Gauthier looks around as it comes to him on the boards, and he rifles it to center ice. That pass broken up, but Poehling tracks it down as Brandon Saad leans on him. Hertl brings it right back in, tries to weave to find a shooting lane, and it's knocked off his stick by a back-checking Cutter Gauthier. Lacomb's pass off a skate, and we got a whistle and a penalty coming up as Poehling is in some distress along the near side boards. I don't know if they've got a penalty or not here. The officials are huddling, and Chad Walker quick to come off the Anaheim bench to attend to Ryan Poehling, who's now rolled over on his back. Emerson, I did not see what happened. Did you?
I didn't see it either, Johnny, but just judging based off of the reaction from the Anaheim Ducks.
5-minute penalty has been called on the play on number 3, Vegas. Play is now under review.
Yeah, judging by the body language from several members of the Ducks squad on their players bench, I mean, McTavish slams the door.
I just saw a replay.
Jay Woodcroft.
The puck was not there, and he blindsides Poehling, and I got to think Ryan's got some cobwebs right now as he's still on the seat of his pants, and he's going to be helped up by teammates along the boards opposite the Anaheim bench. And this is a little disconcerting to see Ryan Poehling having to be assisted off the ice.
And he's one tough customer, right? So when he goes down in that manner, you know it's serious. And what do you think they're going to call this as, Johnny?
They've called a 5-minute major for interference.
Interference, okay.
Which obviously gives the officials the opportunity to then look at the video as Poehling being assisted by trainers and team doctors now once he gets to the Anaheim bench. The puck came through, but he was blindsided, and the puck actually wasn't there.
That was super late.
Interference.
Yeah, that was interference. I was wondering it.
And it looks as if, I mean, from body language, I would be surprised if Ryan Poehling returns to this hockey game.
Well, I thought maybe initially just behind the play could have resulted in a charging, but I mean, it is just a clear-cut interference. It's a late hit. It is as late of a hit as you could really get.
And I can see Ryan Poehling. Well, no, they've taken him to the locker room. I beg your pardon. I thought I could see him down the runway behind the Anaheim bench, but that's not the case. He went directly. We're getting an opportunity to look at a replay again. So the puck comes to the blue line. It's kept in by Hertl. Poehling is looking back, and the hit by McNabb, the puck's nowhere near him. It's definitely interference. Now the question, Emerson, is it a 5-minute major?
Well, I'm going to use this reference just because it hits somewhat close to home with Joel Quenneville and his prior coaching of the Chicago Blackhawks. But if the listeners out there have seen the clip of Rafi Torres and the neutral zone hit on Marian Hossa, it's as late as that. Let's take a listen to the call.
They're reviewing the play. It's come for a 5-minute major in game misconduct for interference, number 3.
So Braden McNabb is done. I have a feeling, and Don't like to speculate. We're not supposed to speculate, but I have a feeling Ryan Poehling might be done for the night as well.
It's just so unfortunate. We all know the monumental impact that Pales has had on this.
Looked like he hit
club.
his head, Emerson, on the glass because he did not see the hit coming. He was looking behind him for the puck, which never exited the zone. And as a result, McNabb had a defenseless player in the train tracks.
Well, if our listeners have seen the Rafi Torres hit on Marian Hossa in the neutral zone back in the day, it was as late as that hit was that in that particular time as the play we just saw. It just extremely late, and therefore it could be classified as extremely dirty. Let's see if the Anaheim Ducks power play can make them pay.
So Pierre Lambert delivers the message. Both Wes McCauley and Pierre Lambert had a long conversation with John Tortorella. He does not seem as if he got any resolution out of that. And here's the caveat. A 5-minute major power play. If the Ducks score, they stay on the power play. And Alexis Downey was talking with us in the pregame show about this, Emerson. How important is it for the Anaheim power play to keep the momentum they built in Game 4, in which they were 2 for 4? Early opportunity here to grab hold of this hockey game.
And really, they just want to be making and executing on great plays, but that faceoff was not one of them.
They lose the faceoff, and it's a quick clear for the Golden Knights. Nearly halfway through the opening period. Ducks carry back in. McTavish turns off the wall and turns it over, and the Golden Knights will send it away.
Yeah,
Vegas has only surrendered 3 power play goals in these playoffs, and they have 3 shorties of their own. Keep that in mind.
Mitch Marner and Rasmus Anderson both went at Mason McTavish there on the half wall far side, and they're going to look to continue to play that aggressive.
The Ducks forced to dump it in, and William Karlsson brings it back through center as Eichel cleared off the glove of Jackson Lacombe. Ducks get possession back, and now it's Gauthier who carries in. He hangs on to the puck along the left boards, and a good job at the line to keep it in by Beckett Seneca. Ducks try to get it down low. This is McTavish. Finds the open John Carlson, and the pass goes through him and out center ice.
Well, it's
a high-pressure penalty kill giving Anaheim problems right now, Emerson.
Yeah, it's a common theme that I've been seeing even before this power play. Chris Kreider, that puck on a stretch pass attempt towards him went right through his skates.
Ducks re-enter the zone. Second power play unit out now as John Carlson works out high. Terry on the left hash. Brings it to the dot. Takes the shot. Rebound off of Hart. Taken behind the net. Rasmus Anderson can't clear. Leo Carlson kept it out, and it's Terry again coming out of the left corner. Seam pass comes through, but went right through Mikhail Granlund. Granlund sidesteps the hit of Kolasar. Got it to John Carlson. His drive is blocked. Back on his feet. Granlund able to handle it along the right wing half wall. Still over 3 minutes of power play time remaining as Granlund dishes it down low. The give and go pass right through the goal crease. Poked to the corner and swept away. Eichel does the honors, and Dostal sets it up as both teams get changes on special teams. 2 minutes gone in the 5-minute major penalty.
Well, I think that near side offensive zone corner pass out front was deflected by the inside skate in a soccer fashion from Leo Carlson. He was trying to kick it back door.
Ducks regain the zone hard around McTavish, and Gauthier snaps it right back to him now on the left side of the zone. Drops it to Lacombe. Gauthier tried to make a pass instead of the one-timer from the right circle, and it went behind Seneca, who was parked at the far post, and the Golden Knights clear. So halfway through the 5-minute major, and the Ducks will go 200 feet with it again. Lacombe from behind the net, headman's up the left side. McTavish rims it around. Waiting for it is Killorn. Brings it with him to the corner. Shakes off a hit and now reverses the puck up the wall. Gauthier gets it to Lacombe. His shot through traffic tipped by Seneca, but handled by Carter Hart. Seneca chases the rebound down in the corner. Feeds it to the point. Lacombe has it knocked away by Marner, but it's recovered by McTavish. Moves it right circle to Gauthier, who drifts back up the wall with it. Now down to the right wing corner. He'll feed the line. Jackson Lacombe goes across for Mason McTavish. Lacombe out high, middle of the ice. Takes a look now to the left side. Again, McTavish turns away from Rasmus Anderson. Lacombe and he play catch. Curling to the top of the circle. McTavish hangs on to it. Wants to make a play. Goes behind his back. Now feeds it to Lacombe at the line. Near circle. One-timer from Gauthier. Misfired off the side of the net. McTavish with it again. Behind the net for Seneca. He reverses it. Gauthier will pull it off the wall. Snapshot, big rebound, Seneca scores! Gauthier just gets it on net off the right pad of Carter Hart. It was laying at the far post, and for the fourth consecutive game, the rookie Beckett Seneca has found the back of the net.
Well, leading up to that goal, there was several key sticks in the lanes from the Vegas Golden Knights. Some missed opportunities as far as shots are concerned, but cashing in far side doorstep was Beckett Seneca, and you said it, Johnny. Good on Cutter Gauthier with all those missed attempts at the net to just finally say, you know what, I'm just going to throw it there, see what happens, and Beckett's right there to bury it.
Team leading 5th of the playoffs for Seneca, and a 4-game goal scoring streak. Anaheim still on a power play for another minute 20 is off the face-off. The Golden Knights get it into the Anaheim zone. 1-0 Ducks. Anaheim 3-0 in these playoffs when they score first. And Terry carries right through the middle, dishes it off on the wing. Shot blocked as Kreider, I think, was trying to get it back to Terry at the top of the crease. Loose in the high slot, and the Golden Knights fail to clear. Finally deflected away from Kreider and just across the stripe, as now under a minute remains in the power play.
And that last goal by the Anaheim Ducks has really made this power play unit come alive. They're playing with incredible rate.
Back into the zone they come. Terry off the left wing half wall draws 2 defenders looking to open a passing lane. Back to the line for John Carlson. Middle of the ice to Terry again. He'll just take the shot. Carter Hart steers it out of play. 33 seconds left in the Anaheim power play.
The last shot attempt from Troy Terry came on the far side, and I'm wondering if you caught this, Johnny, how long that puck stayed right in front of Chris Kreider on that juicy rebound. He was very slow to react to that one, and Chris Kreider on that last shot attempt by Troy Terry was near side back door.
Second power play goal of the postseason for Beckett Seneca, who only had 1 in the regular season. And the Ducks lead game 5, 1-0. 8-4 shots in favor of the Ducks, who have converted on the power play again. Gauthier will pick up another power play point. He gets the primary assist. He leads the Stanley Cup playoffs in power play points. Face-off win by Gauthier. McTavish drives in and fires wide as he was able to walk in from the left point. Killorn can't keep it at the line as Lacombe did initially, and Anaheim regroups through center ice. Down to 15 seconds in the 5-minute major against McNabb. Puck brought in by Seneca, but knocked off his stick, and the Golden Knights will clear. That's going to do it. The penalty being served by Brandon Saad is down to 3 seconds as Lacombe restarts from out of his own zone.
You got to love that mentality on that shot from Mason McTavish. He utilized all the gap and more before firing on net.
Seneca tried to carry it in, had it knocked off his stick. The Ducks get it back at center and chip it in. And again, the chant is "Go Knights, go!" here at T-Mobile Arena. 1-0 Anaheim. Beckett Seneca on the power play at 12:37. The difference in this one. Anaheim using the momentum to put the puck back into the Vegas zone, and Trouba up the right board's able to keep it in. Comes back to him a second time. He tries to chip it over, but it's intercepted, and Mitch Marner splits the defense. Penalty coming up. He's in on a breakaway. Joe Stahl steers it aside, and Anaheim will be forced to kill a penalty unless Vegas evens this up after the whistle. As there's more pushing and shoving, but you talk about timely saves. Lucas Dostal on a Mitch Marner breakaway. He's only the leading scorer in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah, tell me about it. And yeah, that was a big-time stop. But how about the breakaway speed from Mitch Marner? We talk about his high-end skill, his stick handling, but his speed on that play was fabulous.
Anaheim has converted on the power play. Vegas will have the power play when we come back. Let's listen into the call from Wes McCauley.
98, Anaheim has a minor slash.
It's Mintyukov and the Golden Knights with the extra man when we come back. Anaheim leads game 5 in the first period, 1-0. You're listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
This December, we'll bring something amazing. A place where 1.2 million square feet of game-changing medicine meet 300 acres of tranquility. It's a place built for everyone in Orange County and designed just for you. Prepare to meet the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. World-class academic healthcare right here at home. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Powered by UC Irvine.
Hey, Ducks fans! If you're looking for your next apartment home, scoring your dream apartment has never been easier. With over 165 communities throughout Orange County, the Inland Empire, Ventura, and LA, Western National Property Management and the Anaheim Ducks have you covered. DucksLiving.com, our new platform for finding your new apartment home.
Hey Ducks fans, smart drivers like you know all too well how frustrating rush hour can be. Next time you're in a jam, remember these pro tips from Mercury Insurance. Driving is kind of like hockey. Follow too closely and you could cause a pileup. So always keep 3 seconds of following distance behind other cars. Smart drivers don't rely on luck. They rely on great coverage. Switch to Mercury so the next time life throws a slap shot your way, you'll have reliable insurance to back you up. Plus, you could end up saving hundreds. Mercury, smart insurance for smart people.
The Ducks lead game 5, 1-0, 5:21 to go in the opening period. I beg your pardon, Vegas about to go on a power play. Anaheim Ducks hockey on the Ducks Radio Network is brought to you by Yamabah Resort and Casino. Play at Yamabah Resort and Casino at San Manuel. You in? 3 for 12 in the series on the power play are the Golden Knights. Mintyukov sits for a slash, and Hertl wins the draw. Right to work go the Knights in the offensive zone. It's Eichel off the left boards. He'll shoot, club save, Dostal. A little left-handed larceny from the Anaheim netminder. Nine seconds whittled off the penalty to Mintyukov. Teams traded power play goals in the opening period of Game 4. Anaheim is hoping that will not be the case here in Game 5. Tim Washy to oppose Hertl on the faceoff to the right of Dostal. Hertl able to dig it back, and Shea Theodore walks the line. Back to Eichel. He runs it off the left wing half wall and tried to make a pass, but it's off the stick of Washy and into the netting above the high glass.
Well, really, Johnny, since we've talked about it several games ago and the lack of pressure thrown on Jack Eichel there near side half wall, ever since we've talked about it, they've slowly increased that pressure, right? Even on that last play, getting the stick in the lane and deflecting that into the upper netting.
Face off again to the right of Dostal. Shots unofficially 8-6 in favor of the Ducks, who had a 5-minute power play here in this opening period. Washy jumps the gun, and linesman Jesse Marquis says, "You can't play." So in his place, Mikhail Granlund. And Granlund able to dig it to the boards, but Marner feeds the point, and now walking it all the way across to the right point is Theodore. His long wrist shot off the shoulder of Dostal. Loose along the boards. It's a puck battle now, and Hertl wins it. Again, back to Theodore out high. Eichel on the left side. This is who they want to have the puck. Top of the circle. Takes a look. Ducks give him space. He just stick handles. Theodore gives it right back to him. Now he'll come off the half wall with it. To the dot. Forced back. And they play catch one more time. Theodore right back to Eichel. Sneaking from behind the net. Marner comes out. Seam pass across. Dostal moves to his left and turns Dorofeev away. Anaheim clears the rebound.
Now, great defensive structure by the penalty kill, and they're flexing in, and they're pushing out on Eichel. It's almost a mix of aggressiveness and conservative. Here comes Theodore.
Theodore right down the middle splits the Anaheim penalty kill. Knocked off balance, but he keeps the puck alive. Marner at the point holds it in for Hertl. Under a minute to go in the power play. Again, Theodore feeds Eichel off the left wing half wall. He'll bring it to the top of the circle, moves it into the bumper, and Hertl wires it wide. Kreider can't carry the puck out of the zone. Dorofeev steals it across the slot. He scores!
Ideal. Chris Kreider loses a 50-50 puck battle. He had the opportunity to get the clear on the far side. And what a puck battle win on the far side. It's Dorofeev who strips the puck from Kreider. How about the hands? He attacks the open ice and rifles it. Upper left side corner. What a shot.
That's going to be an unassisted power play goal. It's not every day you see those. For Dorofeev, his 6th of the postseason. Game 5 is tied with 3:46 to play in the opening period.
Johnny, we talked about it, right? Details. You must get that puck out into the neutral zone.
Kreider tried to carry it instead of just clearing it, and as a result, this game is all square. Puck back in behind the Anaheim goal. Golden Knights. Kolasar centers, intercepted by Trouba, and his pass goes through the legs of Gauthier all the way down. And wow, you got to want to call icing on that, and the linesman did. So the face-off will come all the way back into the Anaheim zone. Dorofeev had been a little quiet in this series, but that is his 3rd power play goal of the postseason. And this is what I call home cooking. They're giving assists for this goal. They gave 2 assists on that goal, and there should be no assists on that goal whatsoever.
I talked about protesting if the Anaheim Ducks don't win this game. I might protest because of that, Johnny.
Face off to the right of Dostal. William Karlsson wins the draw for the Golden Knights. Hannafin goes across to Anderson. The return pass tipped out of the zone. Good stick there for Troy Terry. One of the things we need to watch now with Ryan Poehling leaving after that hit by Braden McNabb in the first period. Ducks have lost a centerman here. It's going to be interesting to see how Joel Quenneville moves players around here, because Poehling obviously is a big face-off option, a big penalty killer for Anaheim. That might be part of the reason we saw Chris Kreider on the PK there.
Yeah, that's great points there, Johnny. But how about this? Now the Vegas Golden Knights, at least for this game, are out Mark Stone, which he wasn't suited up this to begin with, and they're out Braden McNabb.
Yeah.
That's 2 huge losses for Vegas.
McNabb given a 5-minute major for interference and a game misconduct, so he won't be back. Both benches have been shortened. Ducks in the Vegas zone now. John Carlson from the right point plays it up the boards. It's batted down, but kept alive by Seneca. Tries to go up the boards, and that's blocked back into the Anaheim zone. Racing after it was Barbashev, and trying to give it back to him, Dorofeev, with a little aerial pass that wouldn't lay flat for him.
Now, that was an interesting defensive play. Oh, boy, here comes Jack Eichel on the near side.
Eichel with room up the left side, brings it in and fires high and wide. This will come around to the right point, kept in by Theodore. Golden Knights building off the equalizer, and they've got the momentum right now. Kept at the line. Hannafin gives it right back. Little stop-and-go move by Eichel to the left corner. Right-hand shooting centerman Eichel feeds it back again. Hannafin walks it across. And this one off the shoulder of Dostal. That was a hard wrist shot coming from Ben Hutton. Sissons wins the puck along the boards and rifles it cross ice, but that'll come out of the zone, forcing Hannafin to retreat. He couldn't connect with Sissons, and Barbashev unable to come up with it. Ross Johnston lays it back.
Well, Ross Johnston with a great defensive effort. He went right at Sissons here on the near side. He actually created a turnover there on the far side on a broken play, and he sent the puck back to his defenseman, maintained possession while he was changing.
Puck dump back into the Anaheim zone, and around the boards it goes. Sissons tries to center, broken up. Leo Carlson with a little bit of a soft pass, and that's kept in the zone. Final minute of play here in the first, and the Golden Knights are all over Anaheim. Zellweger gets it behind the net from Terry, finds a little space and hoists it to center ice. Bouncing puck that Ben Hutton, the one-time Duck, fires ahead off the stick of Brandon Saad. Followed up and brought in by Kolasar. Keegan Kolasar winds it around the boards. 35 seconds left in the period. Hannafin's shot. Oh, that hit Kolasar right on, and Dostal with another good stop. I'm not sure he meant to or knew he was saving it, but Lucas kept it out. Shots now 10-8 in favor of the Golden Knights as they send it right back in, and Dostal has to play it. Seneca got it, piece of it, but didn't get it by Hannafin. Now 15 seconds left in the period as again Lucas Dostal comes out to play it. And Lacombe able to move it up through center ice. Ducks hurriedly across the line. Seneca's long shot deflected out of play by Hannafin with just a shade under 6 seconds to go.
Yeah, good job by Beckett Seneca squeezing off here, utilizing his stick, take away time and space, and deflecting that one up into the upper netting. But, Johnny, you just mentioned it not too long ago, the Vegas Golden Knights. I mean, they're the ones dictating the pace of play. They're the ones who are controlling a lot of the last several shifts, and the Anaheim Ducks, let's see what they can cook up here on this last faceoff with 5.9 seconds remaining.
Vegas has the last 7 shots on goal in this game, part of it off the power play, but then following the power play goal, they've ridden the momentum, and we're tied late in the first period here of Game 5. Tim Washy to take the draw, and it comes back to Lacombe, who sends it to the net, steered aside by Carter Hart to the corner. Trying to fire it on net all in one motion. Turning was true, but couldn't get it on net in the first period. Will come to a close here as Anaheim and Vegas, tied in the series 2 games apiece, are tied in Game 5, 1-1 through 20 minutes of play. Lots of momentum swings in that opening period, partner.
Oh, 100%. And, well, that's how you want to cap off a period right there, right? At least you end on a positive note there with that Lacombe opportunity on net right from the near side offensive zone face-off. And, yeah, they talked about it. Great communication. They lined up with confidence, and they made something happen. That's what you want to see as we're set to be joined by Cutter Gauthier here momentarily. Look forward to speaking with him. And there's actually a camera here, and we're able to see the players, and we are now joined by Cutter Gauthier. Cutter, you were a big part, of course, of your team's lone goal so far. Just take us back through that play.
Yeah, it was, a power play goal, and we weren't getting enough shots in the net, and we were at kind of the end of our shift there on the power play, and I just wanted to slink something to the net and try to catch him off guard, and, Beckham make a great play in front.
The Golden Knights are playing with some serious pace right now, and maybe quantify for our listeners what they're throwing at you here currently.
Yeah, they're slowing us down a lot. We look to use our speed and our young legs to beat them up the ice, but they're getting in front of us, slowing us down a little bit, but, it's a good challenge for us going into the second.
And, Cutter, I think a lot of us know you as a pure goal scorer, but you've really been adding the physicality to your game. Maybe let us know, how has that helped you buy time and space in order for you to get better touches around the net?
Yeah, I think that kind of you touched on it. Just trying to give myself a little bit more time and space, especially in these playoffs. There's less and less of that than the regular season. So the more physical you are, the more of a presence you have. Maybe gives you half a second that you can make a better play.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks.
Cutter Gauthier picking up an assist, now the team leader in scoring in this postseason for Anaheim. He's got 4 assists in this series, all coming in the last 2 games. And the Ducks and Golden Knights have exchanged power play goals here in the first, and we are tied after 20 minutes of play at T-Mobile Arena in Game 5 of this Western Conference second-round series. Our score is 1-1. Stay tuned. Alexis Downey and Emerson Edom will be back with our UCI Health First Intermission Report. You're listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more. USPS, official shipping sponsor of the NHL.
BritBox has the best of British TV, period.
Let's get started.
The best mystery, period.
I like a good detective story.
The best romance, period.
This is the book that will open the heart, Miss Mary Bennett.
The best drama, period.
Welcome to the grown-up world.
Stream the best British period dramas, including The Lady, inspired by a true story of murder and scandal, and from the world of Jane Austen, The Other Bennett Sister, only on BritBox. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
The best new cars. Honda. Make the best pre-owned cars. Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. get the best value with Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. Honda backed with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty at your helpful Honda dealers. Plus, every certified pre-owned Honda goes through a 182-point inspection and is reconditioned like new by factory-trained technicians with genuine parts. To save on certified pre-owned Hondas, search your local Honda dealer today.
Anaheim, listen up. Grove of Anaheim has big concerts and comedy coming. We've got the heavy-hitting anthems of Slaughter and iconic riffs of Blue Oyster Cult. Looking for some laughs? Don't miss comedy from legends Fred Armisen and Adam Ray. And high-energy pop with Ali and AJ, playing songs from their new album and the hits that everyone knows and loves. Tickets are available right now at groveofanaheim.com.
This is the first intermission report on Duckstream, the official 24/7 audio home of Anaheim Ducks hockey.
It's a 1-1 game after one period of play in Game 5 for the Ducks and Golden Knights second round Western Conference Stanley Cup playoff series. Welcome into our first intermission report brought to you by UCI Health. The new UCI Health Irvine will bring Coastal and South Orange County unparalleled expertise, leading edge treatments, and the finest evidence-based care that only an academic health system can offer. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. I'm Alexis Downey. We're also joined by Emerson Needham. Emmer, in watching the way that period ended for Anaheim, of course, Vegas able to tie things up in their power play chance. But what did you like about the Ducks' first 20 minutes?
Well, I like that it's all even up at one apiece. That's I think that's just a small win in itself. And look, this is a pivotal game. Obviously, this is a game that I think both squads knew that it was going to be back and forth, and there's going to be bounces and bad bounces, good bounces between both clubs. But I think the team right now managing all those in which I just mentioned is the Vegas Golden Knights. They are carrying the puck with a little bit more confidence. There is just some uncharacteristic plays, both by Chris Kreider. He was slow to getting a rebound on a Troy Terry shot from the far side. That was on a power play. That can't happen. Of course, he was slow and eventually didn't get that puck out, which led to the lone goal scored by the Vegas Golden Knights. So it's not so much, and Alexis, you said what I liked about the Ducks as part of this question. Well, I just think they can't allow the opposition to dictate a lot of this. They need to get back to just playing with confidence, just them pushing the pace, them starting each and every rush with authority and with confidence, because right now the team that's doing a little bit better job of that is the Vegas Golden Knights. But to directly answer your question, Alexis, I love the never give up mentality. How about Cutter Gauthier in that really game-saving stop there right on the goal line? Jacob Trouba and Jackson Lacombe were all a part of that play as well. And just, you want to talk about playoffs, you want to talk about never giving up, the game of inches, all of that. That play right there exemplified all those things. So that's how they need to play. They need to have that do-or-die mentality each and every shift. But I think the team, once again, that is currently doing that more is the Vegas Golden Knights.
We knew that the intensity was going to be ramped up coming into this game. That's exactly what we saw. Vegas out shooting the Ducks after 20 minutes of play, 11-9. But Beckett Seneca now 4 games in a row, he's been able to score 2 of those goals coming on the power play. How important is it for the Ducks to have that success on the power play continue, although we know that Vegas will likely try to stay disciplined through this game?
Well, luckily they found something positive of that power play, because Alexis, let's be frank, it just the passing tad slower than last couple games when they've had success as far as if they are going that passing structure. Oftentimes we see them have a little bit more movement between the goal line player and the half wall player. That wasn't the case. It was more movement from Jackson Lacombe and the quarterbacks up top as far as rolling from both sides, far side and near side, rolling up top a little bit more. But yeah, there was missed opportunities. Cutter made a great play en route to the Beckett-Seneca goal, but prior to that, he missed a one-time blast that usually is his bread and butter there in that near side dot lane. So look, they need to connect a little bit better. They need to, just make sure that each and every puck touch for them is just a little bit harder, just a little bit more intense, because I tell you what, every time I see the Vegas Golden Knights grab that puck, touch that puck, they are doing it with such exertiveness, such intensity. You can feel it, and just the Ducks need to not only match that, but exceed that here in this upcoming second period.
As we heard Cutter Gauthier share with you, Vegas is getting in front of the Ducks and really slowing them down. The Ducks got to get back to using their speed. Also got to improve in the face-off circle. They're sitting at 37.5% after one period of play there, and they lose a guy like Ryan Poehling. Not the person that you want to lose, I mean, of course, but also in the face-offs for the Ducks. Centerman losing someone like that early in the game is certainly tough. So we'll keep an eye on that and that situation, see if we get an update there before we come back for the second period. Emmer, but we're going to, we'll just take a break here on our first intermission report. When we come back, we'll chat a little bit more about that first 20.
The best way to follow the Stanley Cup playoffs is here. The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game of every series. Behind-the-scenes playoff content you won't get anywhere else. The most NHL Edge advanced stats, keeping you up to date from round one through the Stanley Cup final. When it comes to following the playoffs, don't settle for anything less. The Stanley Cup playoffs are better on the NHL app.
Enhance your game day experience with the Honda Center and Ducks mobile app. Make your visits to Honda Center seamless with ticket management, mobile food and drink ordering, interactive arena maps, and exclusive fan loyalty rewards. Stay connected to the Ducks with real-time game updates, video highlights, breaking news, stats, and more. Download the Honda Center Ducks app free in your app store now.
This December will bring something amazing. A place where 1.2 million square feet of game-changing medicine meet 300 acres of tranquility. It's a place built for everyone in Orange County and designed just for you. Prepare to meet the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. World-class academic healthcare right here at home. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Powered by UC Irvine.
Hey, Ducks fans, smart drivers like you know all too well how frustrating rush hour can be. Next time you're in a jam, remember these pro tips from Mercury Insurance. Driving is kind of like hockey. Follow too closely and you could cause a pileup. So always keep 3 seconds of following distance behind other cars. Smart drivers don't rely on luck. They rely on great coverage. Switch to Mercury so the next time life throws a slap shot your way, you'll have reliable insurance to back you up. Plus, you could end up saving hundreds. Mercury, smart insurance for smart people.
Invite all your favorite people to the next Ducks home game at Honda Center. Host your guests in a private suite, and the memories you'll create with them will last a lifetime. Amenities include comfortable space for anywhere from 15 to as many as 40 friends, a hefty food and beverage credit, access to all the amenities at the club level, reserved parking, and much more. For inquiries, visit hondacenter.com/rental suites.
Welcome back to the first intermission report brought to you by UCI Health. It is a tie game in Vegas, Game 5, 1-1 after the first period of play. Beckett-Seneca and Pavel Dorofeyev, the goal scorers, power play goals for both of them. But Emerson, Lukas Dostal has had to make a number of big saves already in this game. And I think back to the one on Mitch Marner on the breakaway.
Yeah, that was huge. And I just... once again, I said it right after the fact, but we all know Mitch Marner to be a elite, skilled playmaker, just with unbelievable hands, shiftiness, one-on-one capability, especially in tight. I mean, we saw his sliding in goal there not too long ago, which was just fabulous. But how about him breaking away from the Anaheim Ducks? I mean, it seemed as if the Anaheim Ducks were full steam ahead, and he was still able to split the two Ducks pressure players and then go in and create a great opportunity. Now, I thought that was potentially going to be deemed a penalty shot. Just wasn't sure. Boy, was that close. But at the same time, as you mentioned, Lukas Dostal coming up big. And furthermore, that doesn't really highlight everything. I mean, there were some point-blank, grade A scoring opportunities that just purely missed the net, Alexis. So the Anaheim Ducks, they got a tall order here tonight with stopping this Vegas team, because they're starting to play, and I've said it time and time again over the last stretch, they're starting to make plays at an incredible rate. So Ducks, they just got to dictate the pace of play more.
The Vegas Golden Knights now without Braden McNabb after his hit and game misconduct on Ryan Poehling. We have not seen Ryan Poehling return, so hopefully we'll get an update here shortly. But also wanted to note before we send it to break, Ryan Poehling does have a bit of a history, unfortunately, with a head injury. So kind of watching that play and the way his head snapped back, we can just hope that he's all right. But that is why he wears a tinted visor, for those wondering. He wears it so it helps him with his history. So second period coming up here shortly. John Allers and Emerson Needham will have the call of that when we come back. It is a 1-1 game in Vegas. We'll see how the Ducks come out in the second period.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Anaheim Ducks tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Anaheim Ducks and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Ducks.
Get ready, Anaheim. Big concerts are coming. At Honda Center, sing along with Demi Lovato and 5 Seconds of Summer, who are bringing can't-miss nights of big energy. Ready to get loud? Godsmack brings the Rise of Rock World Tour to the stage at Honda Center. Thomas Rhett is adding country flavor to Orange Country. And Somber, a powerhouse rock show, is coming to shake the arena. Tickets are available now at HondaCenter.com.
Hey, Ducks fans, if you're looking for your next apartment home, scoring your dream apartment has never been easier. With over 165 communities throughout Orange County, the Inland Empire, Ventura, and LA, Western National Property Management and the Anaheim Ducks have you covered. DucksLiving.com, our new platform for finding your new apartment home.
You did it again. You made us #1 in USA Today's 10 Best for the third year in a row. You voted Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel the best casino outside of Las Vegas for the third time. And Yamava Resort grabbed a first-time win as the best casino hotel. Enjoy the winning atmosphere at one of more than 150 gaming tables, more than 7,400 slot machines, and 5 high-limit rooms. That's not all. Grab a bite at the Pines Modern Steakhouse, voted the best casino restaurant for the third year in a row. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Invite all your favorite people to the next Ducks home game at Honda Center. Host your guests in a private suite, and the memories you'll create with them will last a lifetime. Amenities include a comfortable space for anywhere from 15 to as many as 40 friends, a hefty food and beverage credit, access to all the amenities of the club level, reserved parking, and much more. For inquiries, visit HondaCenter.com/rental suites.
Through one period of play in Game 5 of the Western Conference second round matchup between the Anaheim Ducks and Vegas Golden Knights. Series tied at 2, Game 5 tied at 1. Anaheim Ducks hockey on the Ducks Radio Network is brought to you by UCI Health. Discover how a marsh can be healing. Get ready for a place born of the healing powers of breakthroughs and tranquility. This is where community meets innovation, where game-changing research takes place besides soul-affirming nature, all in the name of a healthier Orange County. Discover the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. Ducks struck first on the power play. Vegas would answer with a power play goal of their own. The Anaheim goal off the stick of Beckett Seneca. And Emerson coming into tonight, Seneca's 2-point performance in Game 4 made him just the 4th rookie in franchise history to have a multi-point game in a Stanley Cup playoff game before the age of 21. Do you know who the others were?
No, surprise me.
Stan Cheestop in 2003, Cam Fowler in 2011, and a fellow by the name of Emerson Edom in 2013.
Thanks for setting me up like that there, Johnny. That's a great partner in crime right there. And
just a couple of years ago, so that means you're still just in your late 20s, right?
So you're saying I was finding the same spots to be rewarded as Beckett Seneca was? It has been?
Could be. Word out of the Anaheim locker room. Unfortunately, Ryan Poehling with an upper body injury will not return to this game. So, Emmer, let's talk about that a little bit. I have to think Mason McTavish is going to take shifts in the middle. Cutter Gauthier can as well, but McTavish appears to be the candidate to pick up the slack.
Well, if Chris Kreider is one of those players to fill it in, as we talked about, he's going to have to be harder on some of those puck touches, as we saw, because we always know Ryan Poehling is hard on his puck touches.
Yeah, we're underway in the second, and the Golden Knights right into the Anaheim zone. Centering pass off a skate, skitters across the zone, and it's Kreider who will tap it out. It will not go far enough for icing back into the Vegas zone. Ducks traveling right to left across your radio dial here in the second. A steal at the blue line by Troy Terry, but he can't further it along, and it's the Knights the other way. Dorofeev, their goal scorer. Nice little slash behind the net there on Mintyukov, who rims it around, and the Ducks escape the zone. Kreider goes rink wide to John Carlson, who joins the rush and lofts it into the Vegas zone. First line change of the second period for Joel Quenneville's crew. Eichel turns it over at the blue line. Granlund sends it ahead, all alone in front. Seneca, but he was in too tight on Carter Hart, who steered it aside.
What patience for Mikhail Granlund to outweight a couple of sticks of the Golden Knights players and send an area pass to Beckett Seneca, who tries a forehand backhand, back to forehand there, far side. That was a close call.
Lacombe sends it back into the Vegas zone. Seneca in the corner, got a stick on it. It pops to Ben Hutton, the veteran defenseman. Former Duck, former Los Angeles King, and Vancouver Canuck moves it ahead, and this is Eichel at center. He bounces one in wildly to the right of Dostal, who blockers it to the corner. Tim Washy, he'll be called upon to take more shifts in the middle. Moves it up the boards. Ross Johnston cannot get it past Hannafin. The Vegas defenseman puts it down low. Marner pursues it, and as it comes to Ross Johnston up the boards, he quickly moves it to center ice. Lacombe skates it to the red line and dumps it in. Carter Hart reverses it. Dylan Coghlan turns it over. Washy put it behind the net for Viel. Jeffrey Viel works the end boards. No stick for Dylan Coghlan, who goes back to get it as Anaheim pursues the puck along the end boards. Mintyukov steps up, covering the point. Viel, but it gets past him. Carlson moves it the other way, and Howden is stepped into. Nice play by John Carlson, who takes it away. Sends it all the way to center for Ross Johnston. He dumps it in. Viel was ahead of the play. He'll tag up and go to the bench.
Well, puck placement needs to be more of an emphasis here for the Anaheim Ducks. The last two forechecks and their dump-ins have gone straight to Carter Hart to start their breakout. That's got to change.
Theodore carries it in and dishes. Long shot from the line, misses everything. That from Theodore. Rasmus Anderson bumped along the right boards, keeps it alive down low for Tomas Hertl. 13-year veteran. Oh, wow. Big collision in the corner, and I think Leo Carlson caught a high stick. Play goes on. Rasmus Anderson from the top of the circle fires wide. Kept by Theodore at the left point as it comes back up the wall. Pitches it to the corner. Rolling off a hit there is Hertl. He'll send it around the boards. Right point again. Rasmus Anderson turns it right back. Hertl uses that big frame to protect. Tries to center for Sissons. That was knocked away, but he gets it back. Ducks defending a little bit on the end of their sticks, and now McTavish gets a loose puck and lofts it to center.
I couldn't agree more. How about Tomas Hertl lifting? Oh, here's Vegas.
Anderson sends it ahead. Ducks got caught on a change, and Barbashev got caught from behind by Lacombe. A fantastic play as he steals it. And 2-on-2, Leo Carlson the other way into the Vegas zone.
Going back to my Tomas Hertl point, how about him lifting the twig of Ian Moore, far side defensive corner for the Ducks, and then lifting the stick of Mason McTavish here on the near side. I mean, he's doing a job as far as work ethic.
Granlund sends it ahead for Seneca into the Vegas zone. He's angled off, goes behind the net and keeps it alive up the boards. Lacombe back for Killorn. Killorn fights off a check. Little two-man game with Granlund in the left corner. Granlund comes in, tries to dig it loose. Ben Hutton is there. Fires it up the boards, and the Golden Knights will clear the hard way. This goes down the right boards. The length of the ice, icing as Trouba had the angle. Cole Smith was racing him, and the paying linesman in Vegas did not agree with the call of the paid linesman.
Yeah, there's that certain heightened sense around some of these icing calls, right? Due to the fact of what had transpired earlier.
Game one, yeah.
We all get it. We all get it. Well, if you're just joining this broadcast, the 2 goals total here in this game, one scored by Anaheim, one scored by Vegas. Anaheim's Beckett Seneca, his 5th of the playoffs. It was a power play tally, assisted by Cutter Gauthier and Mason McTavish. And then the all-up game-tying goal, tying this one up at 1 apiece. Pavel Dorofeev, his 6th of the playoff, a power play marker as well, assisted by Tomas Hertl and Jack Eichel.
That's embarrassing. It was assisted by no one. It was an unassisted goal.
True.
They should be embarrassed here at T-Mobile Arena. Off the face-off, puck comes out of the Vegas zone. It's swung around the boards and back in again by Mitnyakov, who pokes it into the middle of the ice, and an airborne puck batted out of midair by Nick Dowd, who swats it the rest of the way into the Anaheim zone. Goes for a change as Anaheim now in full control from behind their own net. Tim Washy angles it ahead up the left side, and it's rattled around the boards by John Carlson. Stopped by Carter Hart behind the net. He reverses it up the wall, and Washy is there to pick it off. Right back behind the net now. Gets it back from Kreider. Little 2-man game to the point. One-time shot from Carlson off a stick goes wide. Ducks unable to get it back. 2-on-1. Here comes Eichel with Dorofeev. Eichel toe drag. Oh, and a diving play by Trouba to just get a stick on it. And now it's sent ahead for Leo Carlson. He marches in, fires, and a blocker saved to the corner by Hart. Golden opportunity there for Leo Carlson. Carlson battles the puck back along the near boards. Gets some help, and it pops to the middle of the ice. And Barbashev starts back. Oh, he and Marner into the Anaheim zone, into the corner. Carlson is hit hard as he goes after it.
Great last rush there by Leo Carlson. A little pump fake on Noah Hannafin and gets it to the net. Great shoot first mentality from number 91.
William Carlson digs it down low in the Anaheim zone, and Marner tried to center one off the back of the net. In the corner, Marner taking a run at Lacombe, and just missing was Cole Smith. And the Ducks will lob it back and go for a change. Theodore moves it up the right boards. Curling back with it is Mitch Marner, leading scorer in these playoffs. Feeds it through the middle of the ice. And a low shot handled off the stick of Hutton, the defenseman who joined the rush, as Dostal with the stick save. Up and down we go. The Ducks the other way, turned away at the blue line. And they have to turn back as Zellweger stays onside somehow. Seneca with room up the right side, winds and fires. Carter Hart has it in the glove. And Seneca goes hard to the net and draws a lot of attention. 13:59 to go in the second period. Game 5 in Vegas. The Ducks won and the Golden Knights won. You're listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Hockey's not just a game. It's a clash of sticks. It's sprays of ice and crazy saves. It's slap shots and the scrape of blades. It's an endless series of touch-and-go moments that make you feel alive. Through the highs and lows, you march your way down the long road to the playoffs alongside your team, with your jersey on and your heart on your sleeve, because they couldn't do it without you. And when you're there for your team, the NHL store is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLshop.com. A Fanatics experience.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Anaheim Ducks tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Anaheim Ducks and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Ducks.
California's #1 casino just got better. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is now the only AAA 5-diamond rated casino hotel in the country. Become a Club Serrano member today and enjoy added perks like exclusive rewards at Monarch Beach Golf Links and Palms Casino Resort, Las Vegas. VIP at another casino? Trade up and take advantage of the tier and offer match program at Yamava Resort and Casino. Voted #1 casino outside of Vegas by Newsweek. Details at Yamava.com. Restrictions apply. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Sin City, 13 15:59 remaining in the second period. Text the postgame show 714-439-8422. And all season long, Chick-fil-A and the Anaheim Ducks want to give away free chicken sandwiches when your Ducks score 5 goals at Honda Center. Simply download the Chick-fil-A app and open the reward section before 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Must have location, service turn and be inside Honda Center to receive the reward. Visit www.anaheimducks.com for details.
The series is even at 2 games apiece. The shots are even at 12 apiece. Game 5 is even at 1-1. Face off to the left of Carter Hart in the Vegas zone. And Mason McTavish to take the draw. He's got Gauthier and Terry with him this time. So we're seeing a lot of different line combinations with the absence of Ryan Poehling. If you're just joining us, Poehling was hit in the opening period. A major penalty for interference given to Braden McNabb. And Poehling was helped to the Anaheim locker room. He will not return with an upper body injury. Now Gauthier steps in to take the draw. And going forward with it is McTavish, who feeds the line. Gets it right back and throws a long shot on net, stick save, and Hart left a rebound laying around. But it's cleared away by Mitch Marner. Ducks want to get it right back in, and from center, Trouba winds it around. Hart slows it, but to the corner, McTavish is there. Couldn't keep it on his stick, and Brett Howden battles his way back to center and pushes it deep into the Anaheim zone. Trouba reverses it away from the forecheck of William Karlsson. Gauthier wins a puck battle in the corner, and Terry curls to the middle. Lacombe with room up left wing, gets center red, puts it on the glass and in. Ducks changing, Seneca off the bench, cannot recover it. Marner back the other way through center for Vegas. Makes a move at the line. Makes a pass over, and the return pass off a skate comes all the way back to the blue line where it's kept in by Shea Theodore. Ducks caught a break there because Marner made a move at the blue line, and all of a sudden it was a 3-on-2. Loose puck up the far boards, and Seneca starts back for Anaheim. Tried to feed it ahead to Granlund, but a nice defensive play by Saad on the back check to intercept.
And those careless plays for the Anaheim Ducks are starting to add up. Johnny, you and I were talking just before a commercial break there, and Seneca tried to pick the puck in. That one was spoiled along with that last play. They got to shore those up.
Golden Knights get it into the Anaheim zone. Up the near boards, Ian Moore cuts against the grain and finds Zellweger. He'll bring it to center and steer it around as he goes to the bench. It's guided back by Rasmus Anderson for the Golden Knights. Hanifin throws it up the right boards. Good job by the Ducks, who seal the wall. Seneca trying to dig it loose. Killorn jumps over the boards. And over the wall comes Ross Johnston in his place. The puck comes out center ice. Zellweger hands it off, and it's rattled around and in again as the Ducks dump and chase. Tim Washy hard on the forecheck in behind the net. Has his man all tied up. VL digging for it as well. Underneath, a fallen Golden Knight behind the net. Hanifin trying to dig it loose. Got 5 players in the trapezoid as the puck squirts free, and Zellweger pinches up the boards but can't keep it in. Ross Johnston is patient as it comes out center ice. Ducks regroup, and VL backhands it in behind the Vegas net. 11:40 to go, second period at T-Mobile. Game 5 between the Ducks and Golden Knights, tied at 1. VL out of the left corner wires it all the way to the right point. Waiting there, Trouba, his wrist shot deflected just wide. No stick for one of the Vegas defenders, and finally Hertl is able to wrap it to center, and Cole Smith gets rocked as it goes through him and all the way back to Lucas Dostal.
Big time head for Jacob Trouba, and before that, he ripped a puck out of the far side, and it was tipped by Ross Johnson on a play.
Mintyukov carries in on the left side. Not much of an angle as he rolls it on net, and it's scooped up by Carter Hart. Anaheim Ducks hockey on the Ducks Radio Network is brought to you by Western National Property Management. DucksLiving.com, your new platform to score your dream apartment.
So, Johnny, in difference to 2 forechecks for the Anaheim Ducks to start the second period, in which their dumps went straight to netminder Carter Hart, the last 3 dumps on the forechecks for the Anaheim Ducks were all recovered by the Anaheim Ducks because they kept away from Carter Hart. All 3 of them were rims in which he could not handle.
Face-off win for Granlund, and a quick shot does not get through from Lacombe. That hurt Dorofeev. He's down. Ducks firing on net. Rebound loose. Oh, wow. The Ducks still had the puck, and they blew it dead. And Anaheim is not going to be happy about this. Dorofeev has not gotten up since he blocked the Lacombe shot. but by no means did Vegas have possession of that puck.
Yeah, that is a call that most hockey fans, if you're a true fan, will know right away that typically the officials wait for the team that's down a man on the ice to touch the puck before they blow it down, but not when the team is in the offensive zone with great structure en route to what looked like a positive play.
Dorofeev takes the shot from Lacombe. It looks like off the inside of his knee, and he has yet to get up to his feet, but Anaheim still had possession of the puck. And that's what all of the Ducks were saying to the linesmen, to the referees, and now Dorofeev limping and now putting a whole lot of weight on the right leg. He's flexing it as he heads back to the Vegas bench.
Well, I'm sure without some chirps from the Anaheim Ducks bench, they are not too pleased. He is indeed going to the Vegas Golden Knights dressing room, so there's some substance to that. But look, let's make no mistake. We want everyone to not be injured and be healthy. But
you don't want to see anyone get hurt.
Yes, there's a certain level of systems in place where the officials got to abide by that are just routine.
So they'll drop it in the ring to the right of Carter Hart. Granlund to oppose Sissons. So now, at least for the time being, the Golden Knights down 2 players. Anaheim down 1, as there's plenty of room on both respective benches all of a sudden. Granlund wins the draw. Seneca tapped it to the slot, but Barbashev gets there and feeds it the other way. Eichel redirects it deep into the Anaheim zone. He and Lacombe meet at the puck. Trouba trying to dig it loose. He takes a hit from Barbashev. Still loose behind the net. Barbashev comes away with it. All the way back to the line. Theodore walks it to the middle. He'll serve it over to the far side. A centering pass broken up by Granlund, who will hoist it to the line. Not out. Good keep there by Ben Hutton. Hutton's been seeing increased ice time with no McNabb out there for Vegas. Batted out of midair by Granlund all the way into the Vegas zone, and Killorn goes in after it. Sealing the wall is Tim Washy, fresh off the bench. And unable to keep it in Anaheim, it's cleared back into the Ducks zone where Mintyukov will pick it up.
Well, Killorn tried to make a delay on the far side and send it here near side, but a great squeeze-off play by Shea Theodore limited that option.
Puck sent in slowly on Carter Hart. He paddles it away, and the Knights clear. We're halfway through the hockey game in Game 5. Ross Johnston pressured, chased all the way behind the Anaheim goal, moves it away, and now just thrown through the middle of the ice as the Ducks get it out of harm's way.
That was pretty impressive by Ross. I mean, skating back like a steady defenseman there with Marner and company just pressuring him. That was impressive.
Breakout pass from Mintyukov goes through VL and angles right on net, where Carter Hart covers it up, and VL stands at the top of the blue, and everybody in a gold sweater grabs a piece of him. 9:34 to go, second period of Game 5 at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. The Ducks and Golden Knights knotted at 1. You're listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Helping people of SoCal isn't just what we do, it's who we are. At your SoCal Honda dealers, look for our team of helpful guys and gals in blue all year long. Helping by providing free gas, bringing meals to seniors, supporting teachers and veterans, handing out ice cream, and so much more. And that's not all. Every Honda dealer...
Back at T-Mobile, thought we were in a media timeout. Apparently we were not, so they face it off to the right of Carter Hart, and Anaheim with an offensive zone face-off win. Zellweger got it to the net. Boy, there's another little rebound off of Carter Hart. The Ducks didn't get to that one, but he's left a few laying around, Emerson.
Yeah, and the Vegas Golden Knights are leaving a lot of room around the slot area, too. Ross Johnson got a tip recently, so there's a lot of opportunity for the Anaheim Ducks to make plays.
Gauthier gets in on the forecheck as it was dumped in by McTavish, but it's reversed away. Sissons passed through the middle of the ice, picked off by Granlund. He sends it rink wide. Gauthier dips the shoulder. Backhander, there's a rebound into the slot. McTavish turns. Another rebound. John Carlson couldn't get to it. Mintyukov keeps it at the line and chips it up the boards. Leo Carlson can't keep it. Help from Mintyukov at the line, does keep it in, and now Dylan Coughlin will clear the hard way. This is going to be icing against the Golden Knights.
That was a great look from Mason McTavish. He kept that puck to the outside here, and he almost boxed 2 Vegas Golden Knights players out. And now that I see the replay, he actually kicked it from his skate to his stick, spun around, and almost put that puck right under the blocker side of Carter Hart.
He just hit Carter Hart. Hart didn't make a save. He hit Carter Hart. Face off to the right of Hart. 8:41 to go, second period. We talked about the home cooking on the 2 assists on the Vegas goal. They had not credited Anaheim with a shot on goal. Off the face-off. Coughlin down in the corner. The officials did not initially have a call on this. He's checking for blood as if he was high stick. There was no call initially, and now Pierre Lambert is circling the wagons here with Wes McCauley, and we're going to have to wait and see what they, as well as the linesmen, may or may not have seen.
I'm thinking that there's a little theatrics involved until I see a replay here. So Troy Terry's the Ducks player in company, but
that might have been Hannafin's stick.
Yes. Well, there was a stick lifted. And yeah, we'll have to.
And apparently they have no penalty call, so this time we will step aside. 8:35 to go in the second. Game 5 in Vegas is tied at 1. You're listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Helping people of SoCal isn't just what we do, it's who we are. At your SoCal Honda dealers, look for our team of helpful guys and gals in blue all year long. Helping by providing free gas, bringing meals to seniors, supporting teachers and veterans, handing out ice cream, and so much more. And that's not all. Every Honda dealership has sales teams ready to help you find your perfect Honda with a great deal. Search your local Honda dealer today.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. November 24th, Honda Center. Journey. Tickets on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at JourneyMusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Hey, Ducks fans. Smart drivers like you know all too well how frustrating rush hour can be. Next time you're in a jam, remember these pro tips from Mercury Insurance. Driving is kind of like hockey. Follow too closely and you could cause a pileup. So always keep 3 seconds of following distance behind other cars. Smart drivers don't rely on luck. They rely on great coverage. Switch to Mercury so the next time life throws a slap shot your way, you'll have reliable insurance to back you up. Plus, you could end up saving hundreds. Mercury. Smart insurance for smart people.
Anaheim Ducks hockey on the Ducks Radio Network is brought to you by Yamava Resort and Casino. Play at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. You in? John Ollers alongside Emerson Edom from T-Mobile Arena halfway through Game 5. The Ducks and Golden Knights tied at 1. The series tied at 2. Alexis Downey will rejoin us coming up in our second intermission. Yair Mendoza is back at Skyview. His alter ego was with us in Game 4. And Ray Regal is our on-site engineer here in Las Vegas. Ducks have been making a little bit of a push here the last few shifts. Now out shooting the Golden Knights 2013 in what has thus far been a scoreless second period. Puck right to the top of the Vegas crease off the draw, and Rasmus Andersson moves it away. Dowd lobs it in behind the Anaheim net. Zellweger under duress moves it around the boards. Nice little play by Kreider to pop it for Leo Carlson. He busts up the left side. Great pass. Trailing Ian Moore, and his shot off the glass and out of play.
What a play there.
He was shot out of a cannon, wasn't he?
But how about Leo Carlson, too? I was anticipating that Leo, under duress here on the near side on the entry, was going to pull up. And he hooked it underneath the pressure player's triangle right on the twig of a second wave, late coming Ian Moore, who just took a tad too long to release that one, Johnny.
Yeah, Shea Theodore off the shaft of his stick and out of play. Theodore coming into tonight leading the Stanley Cup playoffs in block shots. Add another to his collection there. Face off to the left of Carter Hart.
You can classify that as too good of an opportunity not to get a shot on it.
Seneca steps in and wins the draw after Granlund was tossed. He feeds the point. Big one-time blast from the right point. Handled there as Trouba got it through. Blocker to the corner by Carter Hart. Up the boards. Ducks get it to the line, and Lacombe throws it to the open right corner. Rattles in behind the net. Killorn keeps it alive now for Granlund. Granlund churns up the board, cycles it back for Killorn. He's tied up. Coughlin fires it up the boards. Granlund got a piece but didn't get it, and it's cleared out, and back into the Anaheim zone with it is Jacob Trouba.
Really, for the rest of the way, the Anaheim Ducks cannot afford not to get a shot on sustained offensive zone time.
Bad angle shot by Killorn as he enters the zone. Stick to side by Hart. Kept alive as Anaheim still possesses. Seneca to the high slot. Back to Trouba. One-time blast blocked by Hutton. Puck to the boards and battled for and cleared out. Swept off the stick of Marner by Lacombe, who's tracked by Marner all the way back into the Anaheim end. Both teams changing, so Lacombe wires it all the way around the boards back into the Vegas zone. With it there, Rasmus Anderson, and his pass off the stick of Leo Carlson. Oh, Leo did not touch it. Sounded like he did, but the linesman says no, and it's icing against the Golden Knights. Colton Sissons, amongst others, protesteth.
Well, I do not like doing this, Johnny, but I got to agree with the fans there. I mean,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I thought that was touched by Leo Carlson.
Yeah, well, Sissons there, far side, he was going to be first to that puck in the far side defensive zone corner in the Ducks end, and boy, that is a tough break for the Golden Knights, but a good break for the Ducks.
Let's see if Anaheim can take advantage of it. McTavish to take the draw against Eichel in the circle to the right of Carter Hart, and the Golden Knights control. Rasmus Anderson moves it up the left side, and it's lofted to center. Eichel will catch up with it and speed into the Anaheim zone on right wing. Circles the goal now from the corner, feeds the point. Hannafin trying to just get it to the net. It's off a stick, flutters across the zone and into the slot. Eichel snuffed out. Nice play by Leo Carlson, who turns and heads the other way with the puck. Across the line, Cutter Gauthier gives it back to him. Knocked off his stick, but Leo follows up. Puck in the right corner. Coming out of the corner with it is Gauthier. Feeds the open point. Mityukov dusts it off. Not a lot on his wrist shot. And Carter Hart will hang on.
Yeah, Pavel Mityukov. He knew right away, to your point, Johnny, he didn't get enough on that shot, which is so interesting. He had enough time, even to the point where he loaded up on that strong side left leg, putting his body weight over that puck. It's still not generating enough velocity on it. That's tough, and there were trackers towards the net, but still too big of a sight line for Carter Hart to track that puck down.
Shots now 23-13 in favor of the Ducks. 6:37 to go in the second. Tied at 1 in Game 5. Anaheim Ducks hockey on the Ducks Radio Network is brought to you by Mercury Insurance. Game 5, Ducks versus Golden Knights, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. Smart insurance for smart people. Granlund to take the draw against Nick Dowd. We haven't seen Pavel Dorofeev since he left the ice earlier in the period following a shot block. So we're seeing more of Dowd, and he heads up ice with the puck into the Anaheim zone. Trouba to the near corner, has Sissons all over him as the puck in behind the net. Marner trying to dig it loose. Saad comes away with it, can't get a shot away as he steps from behind the net, and Seneca battles his way only as far as the Vegas stripe. Ducks with a regroup in the neutral zone as they still possess, and up on the glass and in. Lacombe wires it around. Granlund calls Seneca off, draped by two defenders, loses the puck. Nearly coming up with a loose puck, Ross Johnston, but it's the Knights the other way. Coughlin, the defenseman, will angle it in. Ian Moore looks over both shoulders and whips it around the dasher. Kept at the point by Kolasar. But Moore kicks it back, and this one up the glass. He's able to chop it ahead, and now it's a foot race into the Vegas zone. Seneca ran out of gas, allowing Rasmus Anderson to fire it all the way down off the stick of Dowd in behind the Anaheim goal.
That was an impressive clear by Ian Moore there. It was a bouncing puck. It even hit off his skate before he whacked it out of the air for the clear.
Puck chopped back to center. Cole Smith for Vegas loses a puck battle, and Jeffrey Viel backhands it in. Good work by Washi there. Around the boards it comes. Keegan Kolasar for Vegas. Feeds the defenseman Rasmus Anderson, who jumps up into the play. Across the line, he'll dish. The return pass to him in the corner. He makes a move. Walks to the top of the crease. Left pad save, Dostal, and Anderson got to the rebound as well.
What dangles by Rasmus Anderson out of the far side corner. He went up and then back. and he almost slid it home a near side doorstep. What saves by Lukas Dostal?
He hasn't seen much action this period, but he was ready. Cole Smith for Vegas, ahead off the stick of Colasar, right in on Dostal, but the Knights are changing, so he brushes it away. Lacombe ahead, Kreider, little touch, and Leo Carlson enters the Vegas zone. Wide to the left corner, swings it around the boards. Troy Terry is there, tries to give it back, but it's just off the mark. Eichel up the wall. Terry tried to pull it off the kick plate, but he didn't bring it with him. Colton Sissons met at the blue line by Trouba, dumps it into the Anaheim zone, and now the hits are starting to pick up here in Game 5. Puck squirts to the high slot, and Kreider has it for Anaheim. Gets center red and feathers it in and goes for a change. 4:15 to go, second period of Game 5. The Golden Knights and Ducks tied at 1. Rasmus Anderson's pass through the neutral zone, deflects into the Anaheim zone, and Zellweger quickly rips it around the boards. 50-50 puck in the corner, and Granlund hoists it all the way back into the Vegas zone. No icing here as McTavish catches up with it first. Behind the net for Gauthier. Gauthier on his forehand around the zone, keeps it in at the line, throws one towards the net. Oh, and Hart fell in front of him, and he's able to cover it up.
Great job by Cutter Gauthier there, picking up the loose puck that Mason McTavish chipped over to him behind the net. He kept that puck to the outside. Great puck protection before running out of time and space at the offensive zone blue line. He turned the puck around and lobbed it towards the net, tipped by Mason McTavish.
Game 5 is tied with 3:49 to go in the second. 1-1 Vegas and the Ducks. You're listening to Duck Stream, powered by TuneIn.
This December, we'll bring something amazing. A place where 1.2 million square feet of game-changing medicine meet 300 acres of tranquility. It's a place built for everyone in Orange County and designed just for you. Prepare to meet the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. World-class academic healthcare right here at home. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Powered by UC Irvine.
Hey, Ducks fans, if you're looking for your next apartment home, scoring your dream apartment has never been easier. With over 165 communities throughout Orange County, the Inland Empire, Ventura, and LA, Western National Property Management and the Anaheim Ducks have you covered. DucksLiving.com, our new platform for finding your new apartment home.
In Vegas in the second period, where it's still a tie game, Ducks and Golden Knights 1-1 each team. And to this point in the postseason, a lot of the NHL has started to see what this Ducks team can really be. And coming into the postseason, there were not a whole lot of people, of course, that had high hopes for this Ducks team. But Troy Terry spoke on that matter yesterday and said that internally as a group, they've always had high expectations for themselves. And it's changed as they've been going through the playoff process. They expect a good brand of hockey from themselves. And even he said that from the first game of the playoffs, they felt like they were in it. So, guys, kind of a good underdog mentality that the team has adopted.
Great stuff, Alexis. For more great insight, text the postgame show, 714-439-8422.
Anaheim has outshot the Golden Knights here in the second period, 15-4. Nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. A scoreless middle frame thus far. Just under 4 minutes to go in the period as the Golden Knights into the Anaheim zone. Marner with an alley-oop to the left corner. And it's battled up the wall. 50-50 pucks kept in by the Golden Knights, and a shot from the left boards deflects over top of the Anaheim net. Marner kicking at it in the corner. Killorn trying to get it up the wall. Coughlin pinched, and it comes across the zone where Seneca has time and space. Wow. Confident play there by Beckett as he took on two defenders instead of making the easy pass. And Anaheim's going to be whistled for icing here. That's unfortunate. Killorn did not get a touch on a pass at the blue line, and it just missed going through the goal crease. So an icing call will bring the faceoff back. Incidentally, Pavel Dorofeev has returned for Vegas. He missed 2 or 3 shifts here midway through the second period after blocking a shot. Get your Ducks tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Anaheim Ducks and the NHL. With mobile entry and easy transfer, you're in for every goal. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Anaheim Ducks, because when they shoot, you score only at Ticketmaster. Face off to the left of Lukas Dostal. Eichel to take it against Mikael Granlund, and the Ducks possess. And again, it's just lobbed back to center ice as Seneca pressures and Hanifin turns back into the Vegas zone with it. His pass ahead to Eichel, picked up by Killorn, and Eichel just lofts it into the Anaheim zone. Trouba behind the net will use the boards up the near side. Rasmus Andersson can't keep it in. But again, it's chopped the rest of the way by Killorn, and this is icing against Anaheim.
So interesting to watch Jack Eichel operate. I mean, he's always stick handling in a phone booth, but, you know, some players like Leo Carlsson, they're able to stick handle while full speed, and that's how they typically play. But guys like Jack Eichel slowing things down, even in the neutral zone before he lobbed that into the offensive zone corner for him.
The U.S. Olympian from this February leads the Stanley Cup playoffs in assists, and I think I know why now. He got an assist on the Vegas goal here in the first period.
Well, he's just so shifty, right?
A phantom assist.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's a great player, don't get me wrong.
For another time in deck.
Ducks able to go forward with the draw, and Gauthier sends it into the Vegas zone down to 2:35 to go in the second. The aforementioned Jack Eichel motors back to center, former BU Terrier, who won a Hobie Baker at Boston University, sends it ahead, and the Knights into the Anaheim zone. Trying to cut in on a sharp angle. Dorofeev, and his shot fought off by Dostal. Long shot, big rebound off of Lucas off the blue line. And Anaheim able to clean it up. Here's Leo Carlsson with speed, trying to cut through, gets to the front of the net, backhanded it over top. Boy, he just danced around Shea Theodore.
And it was the slashing of the stick out of the hands of Theodore that made that all happen. How about Leo Carlsson going cross-body and almost putting it in the upper right side corner?
Eichel turns it over in the neutral zone, and Leo carries back in, circles and finds Mitnikov. Open left point. His shot got through. Little redirect on the way. Kreider got a touch on it, and that save was harder than it looked for Carter Hart. Back come the Golden Knights. Barbashev drops it off for Sissons, and his shot is blocked as he tried to go wide to the right side of the Anaheim zone. Washy hits his man down low. Loose puck to Viel, who quickly moves it away, and Anaheim will loft it back into Vegas ice as we're down to 1:20 to go in the second period. Hanifin snaps it through the middle, and it's redirected by Saad in behind the Anaheim net. Lacombe with a little touch, able to get it to John Carlson. Carlson back to Lacombe, was quick up the left side to join the play. Hard around and in. Seneca on the right hash. Draped by three defenders, finally separated from the puck, and the Golden Knights clear. And a hand pass going to be called against Anaheim with 1 minute even remaining here in the second period.
I have a hunch, Johnny, that the Anaheim Ducks, the coaching staff, talked about puck placement on the forecheck. Ever since early on in this period, I mean, they were giving it right to Carter Hart there in the first frame, early portions of this second period, but now every single dump is a hard rim going from strong side, which is the puck side, to the weak side, which is the far side, and it is out of reach of Carter Hart, and they're being more successful out of getting that possession after the fact out of it.
Well, the clears out of the defensive zone on one faceoffs have often been that little alley-oop lob play as well. Under a minute to go in the period as Anaheim wins the draws. They get it in. Seneca gets to it, cycles it along. Killorn reaching as he overskated the puck, unable to keep it alive, and the Golden Knights will try a long flip into the Anaheim zone. Good job by John Carlson to get back and get to it while Killorn was behind the defense, but he couldn't thread the needle to him. Instead, it's Marner who will tap it deep into the Anaheim zone with half a minute remaining in the period, and Anaheim with the smart play off the boards and out. Killorn will roll it slowly right back on the Vegas net, and boy, Carter Hart didn't handle that one all that well. Fortunately, the Ducks were changing. Marner puts it into space. Speed into the Anaheim zone, and Howden got right in on Dostal.
That was silky smooth from William Karlsson. He went right around John Carlson, but it was a last-minute stick lift for
Ducks
Karlsson.
the other way, and Gauthier rifles one over top of the net on the rush. That was a little 2-on-1 with Washy, and now the period will come to a close, and it ends as it began in a 1-1 tie here in Game 5.
Well, there was some back-and-forth opportunities. First one, William Karlsson for the Golden Knights. It goes back with the final seconds remaining towards the Vegas Golden Knights net, but it was back and forth. Both teams sharing quality sustained pressure times in their respective offensive zones. Just taking a look at a replay with William Karlsson. Yeah, he puts that puck to the outside on the far side, and John Karlsson was going from backwards to forwards. He was spinning around, but he got a last-second stick lift on the play, negating it.
How about the chance for Gauthier in the dying seconds? He lets it rip with about 4 seconds left, and he just missed the mark as it went over top of the net, and as a result, we got ourselves a 20-minute hockey game here in Game 5. Anaheim controls the play in the second period. They have 17 shots on goal in the period unofficially to just 6 for the Vegas Golden Knights, but it remains a 1-1 tie here in Game 5 at T-Mobile Arena after 40 minutes of play. Stay tuned. Coming up, it's the the second intermission report brought to you by UCI Health. Alexis Downey and Emerson Edom will rejoin you. 1-1 after 40 minutes of play. You're listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more. USPS, official shipping sponsor of the NHL.
She was the sister who went unnoticed. A daffodil might look plain next to a lily, but on its own there is much to be admired. Now, her greatest chapter is yet to come. The most important thing is to be yourself. From the world of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice comes a new BritBox original drama. Mary, you will flourish. Based on the best-selling novel, The Other Bennett Sister, now streaming only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
The best new cars. Honda. Make the best pre-owned cars. Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. Get the best value with Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. Honda backed with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty at your helpful Honda dealers. Plus, every certified pre-owned Honda goes through a 182-point inspection and is reconditioned like new by factory-trained technicians with genuine parts. To save on certified pre-owned Hondas, search your local Honda dealer today.
Hey, Ducks fans, smart drivers like you know all too well how frustrating rush hour can be. Next time you're in a jam, remember these pro tips from Mercury Insurance. Driving is kind of like hockey. Follow too closely and you could cause a pileup. So always keep 3 seconds of following distance behind other cars. Smart drivers don't rely on luck. They rely on great coverage. Switch to Mercury so the next time life throws a slap shot your way, you'll have reliable insurance to back you up. Plus, you could end up saving hundreds. Mercury, smart insurance for smart people.
This is the second intermission report on Duckstream, the official 24/7 audio network of the Anaheim Ducks.
It is still a tie game after 2 periods of play, 1-1 with the Anaheim Ducks out shooting the Vegas Golden Knights now 26-17. They had 17 shots on goal in that second frame. Vegas only 6. Welcome into the second intermission report brought to you by UCI Health. I'm Alexis Downey. Emerson Edom is also with us. Emmer, this was a much better period from the Anaheim Ducks compared to that first 20. What was the difference?
Well, they wanted the puck more. I think there's still giveaways and turnovers created by the Anaheim Ducks, but they've shorted up big time. There is better execution, and Johnny just mentioned it there during the tail end of that second frame. But just the clears, right? Mikael Granlund with a phenomenal backhand clear. That must have been a 100-foot clear, at least there from the far side defensive area. defensive zone area to the near side offensive zone area, and that's where Mason McTavish tracked that puck down. But yeah, so led by better clears. Ian Moore had a great one. They were just a tad harder in every area, Alexis, leading to even harder on the puck when it came to some of their sustained offensive zone opportunities. So I look back to the Cutter Gauthier play on a retrieval. Mason McTavish set up here near side offensive zone corner where he poked it behind Carter Hart. Cutter Gauthier picks that puck up behind the net there and skates all the way on the perimeter on the far side up to the O-zone blue line, and just in the inside when he's running out of time and space at the blue, he lobs it at net, and it was tipped by Mason McTavish. And it just goes to show clears matter, puck retrieval, and overall puck placement on forechecks. That matters. And that's an area where they really got better. And I've talked time and time again throughout this game, it's got better and better, keeping that puck away from Carter Hart on the entries from some of these Ducks forechecks, 80.
Well, speaking of Mason McTavish, he leads the team right now with 5 shots on goal. And we know that without Ryan Poehling now, as he's out the rest of the game with an upper body injury, the Ducks have had to move their lines around a little bit. A guy like Mason McTavish, who can play the wing and center, how important is it for someone like that right now as the Ducks try to kind of figure out what they're going to continue to do with their lines?
Yeah, you know, Mason McTavish, having that Swiss Army knife, so to speak, mentality, a lot like how Ian Moore plays, right? We'll see him on the forward side. We'll see him on the back end. He flip-flops, and so does Mikael Granlund and Mason McTavish as far as flip-flopping between wing and center. So we've seen that time and time again. I must note, though, Alexis, as you bring that up, yes, he is that Swiss Army knife type of player, but currently he's got 0 face-off wins, 3 face-off losses. But it's just tough, right? Not only are you now back to taking draws, but boom, you're right back into the thick of it in terms of playoff hockey, right? This isn't a regular season game here. You've been playing predominantly wing. Now you're relied upon to take draws after not doing for some time. There's going to be an adjustment period there, Alexis. So yes, but that is hugely important. A lot like how I mentioned Mikael Granlund is used in that manner as well.
In terms of faceoffs in general, still the Ducks sitting at 38.7%, really not their best. And we've seen that through this series with Vegas in the faceoff circle. But as for this Ducks team and being able to utilize their speed a bit more in that second period, something that Cutter was saying after that first period that Vegas was slowing them down. How were they able to do that?
Yeah, I think they were passing off the puck less. Like when they had 10, 15, even sometimes 20 feet of gap to work with as far as the puck carriers and their ability to attack open ice, they utilized it. They weren't passing off those types of plays. Early on, they were. For instance, Leo Carlsson tried to kick the puck out to Chris Kreider. Chris Kreider, a little bit less speed than needed to capture that puck. That's one play that comes to mind. But yeah, it was just zero hesitation. Everyone who had the opportunity to take that puck and utilize their speed, they did so. So the speed, Alexis, was better without the puck. It was better with the puck. And maybe leading the way was Leo Carlsson. I mean, he was back to just taking that puck. There was an early opportunity against Noah Hannafin there on the far side where he cut in and released a devastating shot. He had a great entry here on the near side where Ian Moore, that was that play where it was just a tad too long to release that puck. But boy, he hooked that puck. It was a 15-foot pass right on the twig to a late coming Ian Moore. And it's just one of those things where plays that fail to amount to anything, like when you make a gorgeous pass as Leo Carlsson did right on the twig of Ian Moore, sometimes those beautiful passes, Alexis, make the follow-up opportunities look even worse, and that was just one of those cases. So the Anaheim Ducks, very good, an uptick in play in a lot of areas, but they're going to need to keep it coming, right? They cannot be satisfied with the momentum they generated there in that last frame.
Only 1 goal apiece for each of these teams. Ducks and Vegas getting their goals in the first period. Both of them coming on the power play as well. No power play chances there in the second frame. We're going to step aside on our second intermission report brought to you by UCI Health. We'll be right back.
The
best way to follow the Stanley Cup playoffs is here. The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game of every series. Behind-the-scenes playoff content you won't get anywhere else. The most NHL Edge advanced stats, keeping you up to date from round 1 through the Stanley Cup final. When it comes to following the playoffs, don't settle for anything less. The Stanley Cup playoffs are better on the NHL app.
Hey, Ducks fans! If you're looking for your next apartment home, scoring your dream apartment has never been easier. With over 165 communities throughout Orange County, the Inland Empire, Ventura, and LA, Western National Property Management and the Anaheim Ducks have you covered. DucksLiving.com, our new platform for finding your new apartment home.
Anaheim, listen up. Grove of Anaheim has big concerts and comedy coming. We've got the heavy-hitting anthems of Slaughter and iconic riffs of Blue Oyster Cult. Looking for some laughs? Don't miss comedy from legends Fred Armisen and Adam Ray. And high-energy pop with Ali and AJ, playing songs from their new album and the hits that everyone knows and loves. Tickets are available right now at groveofanaheim.com.
Enhance your game day experience with the Honda Center and Ducks mobile app. Make your visits to Honda Center seamless with ticket management, mobile food and drink ordering, interactive arena maps, and exclusive fan loyalty rewards. Stay connected to the Ducks with real-time game updates, video highlights, breaking news, stats, and more. Download the Honda Center Ducks app free in your app store now.
Invite all your favorite people to the next Ducks home game at Honda Center. Host your guests in a private suite, and the memories you'll create with them will last a lifetime. Amenities include a comfortable space for anywhere from 15 to as many as 40 friends, a hefty food and beverage credit, access to all the amenities of the club level, reserved parking, and much more. For inquiries, visit hondacenter.com/rental suites.
Welcome back into your second intermission report, brought to you by UCI Health. Lukas Dostal has been very good for this Ducks team so far through 40 minutes of play. And Emmer, he wasn't really tested until about the last final 5 minutes of that second period. He originally only had 2 shots against him, and then we saw, of course, Vegas get 4 more before the period ended.
Yeah, in difference to maybe some of the bobbled pucks, those weird bounces that were going off of his glove there en route to even creating a goal against the last game. He's definitely shored that up. So I'm not seeing what we saw there in Game 4, where it just took those strange bounces off his glove. Nothing like that. He has been as steady as ever, and that's saying something, right? We talked about oftentimes net minding and goaltenders when they're not warm, when they don't have consistent shots against, it becomes that much harder. But look, there's been a lack of shot volume against for the Lukas Dostal and the Anaheim Ducks as a whole, and he's looking just fine. So no issues there, and it's just really about eliminating, keeping the opportunities to the perimeter for the Vegas Golden Knights. So let's see if the Ducks can continue to do that.
And it's really helped when he's had his defensemen tracking back as well as they did in that second period. Jackson Lacombe, 18 and a half minutes of time on ice in this game. He has been playing a big role for this Ducks team.
Yeah, no, he really has. How about that shared contribution, that shared defensive play there? Of course, it was Cutter Gauthier was the main beneficiary of that negated play, but you had Homer getting in there. You also had, of course, some other key guys, and that's what it's all about. It's all about back-checking, tracking back, and really boxing out, ensuring that there is no second and third opportunities for the Vegas Golden Knights to bounce on.
1-1 game after 2 periods of play, just 20 minutes remaining, unless this game needs extra time. We'll see what happens here coming up in the third period. John Allers and Emerson Needham will have the call. 26 shots for the Ducks compared to Vegas's 17. Can they keep it rolling on that end? We'll find out after this commercial break.
This December, will bring something amazing. A place where 1.2 million square feet of game-changing medicine meet 300 acres of tranquility. It's a place built for everyone in Orange County and designed just for you. Prepare to meet the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. World-class academic healthcare right here at home. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Powered by UC Irvine.
You did it again. You made us #1 in USA Today's 10 Best for the third year in a row. You voted Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel the best casino outside of Las Vegas for the third time. And Yamava Resort grabbed a first-time win as the best casino hotel. Enjoy the winning atmosphere at one of more than 150 gaming tables, more than 7,400 slot machines, and 5 high-limit rooms. That's not all. Grab a bite at the Pines Modern Steakhouse, voted the best casino restaurant for the third year in a row. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com and score big. Orange County's premier injury firm and official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks. At Easton & Easton, our family of litigators has more than 100 years combined experience fighting the insurance companies in all types of injury accidents. With our family, every case is personal and handled by an actual attorney. Call to speak with an attorney today at 1-833-EASTONS. That's 1-833-EASTONS. Let our family help yours at EastonLawFirm.com.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com to score big. Official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Anaheim Ducks tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Anaheim Ducks and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Ducks.
Invite all your favorite people to the next Ducks home game at Honda Center. Host your guests in a private suite, and the memories you'll create with them will last a lifetime. Amenities include comfortable space for anywhere from 15 to as many as 40 friends, a hefty food and beverage credit, access to all the amenities at the club level, reserved parking, and much more. For inquiries, visit hondacenter.com/rental suites.
Just about set to begin the third period of play, Game 5 between the Vegas Golden Knights and Anaheim Ducks. The series tied at 2 games apiece, and the game tied at 1-1. Discover how a marsh can be healing. Get ready for a place born of the healing powers of breakthroughs and tranquility. This is where community meets innovation, where game-changing research takes place beside soul-affirming nature. All in the name of a healthier Orange County. Discover the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. John Allers alongside Emerson Edom in what is the most important period of hockey the Ducks have played in this 25-26 season. If they can win a period, they can go home leading a series 3-2 with a chance to take the closeout game in front of their faithful at Honda Center. That will be Thursday night, Game 6 between the Golden Knights and Ducks. A 6:30 face-off will go on the air beginning at 6 o'clock here on Duckstream with all the coverage. So Emerson, a dominant second period for Anaheim. They possess the puck. They outshoot. They outchance. They out-everything the Vegas Golden Knights. Yet here we are in a tie game after a scoreless second period of play. Is it as simple as just keep doing what you're doing?
Well, you listed a lot of team stats that went the right way there in the first couple of frames, but heading into this last third and final frame, the Anaheim Ducks, this is the team stat that really catches my eye. 7 takeaways for the good guys, 2 for the Vegas Golden Knights. So when you talk about assertiveness, when you talk about aggression, with playing without the puck, that says a lot right there.
In these playoffs, when tied after 2 periods of play, Anaheim is 2-0. Set to begin the third period. If you're just joining us, Ryan Poehling left in the first period after taking a hit from Braden McNabb, which was deemed a major for interference. McNabb given a game misconduct, and Poehling out with an upper body injury, will not return. So both benches a little shorter, as off the draw, the Golden Knights get it in behind the Anaheim net. Eichel trying to spin it in front, but it's intercepted by John Carlson, who puts it into space for a streaking Troy Terry. He battles to the corner with it, and it's kicked away from him there by Rasmus Andersson. Back come the Knights through center. Wide on the left side. They go offside as Hannafin made one last move before he dumped it in. Tonight's broadcast is property of the Anaheim Ducks Hockey Club. Any rebroadcast of tonight's game, either whole or in part, without the express written consent of the Anaheim Ducks and the National Hockey League, is strictly prohibited.
Well, if the Anaheim Ducks can force the Vegas Golden Knights to do exactly what they did, go offsides, force them to ice the puck. Those two in particular would be huge if the Anaheim Ducks can force them to do those things.
Face-off comes outside the Anaheim stripe. And beaten on the draw was Mikhail Granlund by Brett Howden. Ducks deny entry at the blue line, though, and a loose puck picked up by Seneca. Knocked off his stick as he carried into the Vegas zone. And Lacombe just with a little touch and a little interference on Marner to keep Anaheim possessing the puck.
I have not been a fan of the theatrics from the Vegas Golden Knights. You had Dorofeev going down there earlier on that block shot. He comes back. How about Marner there? That puck hit him in the face. It wasn't a stick. He sold it like it was a stick. I don't like that.
Ducks get it into the Vegas zone and pressure. Killorn all over Sissons, who has to turn back, and off the glass and out goes Ben Hutton. It will not go far enough for icing as it's picked up by Jackson Lacombe. Just over a minute into the third period. Game 5 tied at 1 here at T-Mobile Arena. Long stretch pass, tipped the rest of the way by Ross Johnston, and Hart nearly beaten to the puck by Seneca. Well, he took his sweet time with that. Long lead pass off the skate of Sissons. Curls it into the middle. Here's room for Saad, and he fires it over top of the net as he came right down Main Street.
What a kick-in and overall delay from Sissons and an area pass to a second wave Brandon Saad, who ripped it far side wide.
Ducks dump it in, and the Golden Knights quick to move it back. Rasmus Anderson's pass chased down in behind the Anaheim goal by Olin Zellweger. Zellweger protects the puck, backhands it to Gauthier in the neutral zone. His little pass off the boards intercepted by Cole Smith, and Kolasar puts it back in the Anaheim zone.
Make no mistake about it, Lukas Dostal has made some big saves in this game, but that last opportunity by Saad is yet another missed opportunity for the Vegas Golden Knights.
Cole Smith battles his way into the Anaheim zone, puck rimmed around, and Hutton pinches off the right point, puts it back behind the net, losing an edge. As he picked it up was Leo Carlson, and that creates problems for the Ducks below the goal line. Ian Moore jams it ahead. Gauthier can't get it away from Eichel to the line, and Theodore shot through traffic. Still loose in the slot, sent back to the line, kept in by the Knights. Theodore finds Kolasar near circle. Back for Theodore, and a great read by Gauthier, who gets a stick on it, steering it all the way down. Anaheim will get a much-needed change.
Well, the point has been made for the Vegas Golden Knights. They are looking to find lanes towards the net and get it there. Here comes Eichel.
Eichel on the rush. Long shots here to side and guided to the near boards by Dostal. Golden Knights keep it in. Eichel chops it back for Barbashev. Open right point. Rasmus Anderson goes for a skate, sends it across the zone, taken off the corner boards by Seneca, who leads it ahead. Granlund will flip it into the Vegas zone. Seneca goes for a change, and Anderson picks it up from his netminder, the former Calgary Flame, in a hurry. Through the neutral zone and into the Anaheim zone. Sends it in on net. Kick to the corner by Dostal. Anderson got to it. Tried to center, but that's broken up, and Terry the other way with Kreider 2-on-2. Kreider across the line left side. Can't get it back to Terry. It's deflected behind the net. Ducks pursue it, pops into the slot, a bouncing puck. Terry stumbles, but keeps it alive. Trouba sends it around the dasher. All the way to the left corner. Lacombe sends it on net from a bad angle. Hart made the save, and the rebound cleared away by Barbashev.
Well, that's what the Ducks needed, just to throw something on net, because over the last couple of shifts, it has been all Vegas Golden Knights. So let's see if this leads to more for the Ducks.
Not quite 4 minutes into the third period, tied at 1. Cutter Gauthier leaves the puck at the blue line, and it's brought in by Leo Carlson. Back up the boards. Trouba Pinch has got a piece of it. Pops to the middle, and Brett Howden starts back. The Knights into the Anaheim zone, and William Karlsson out of the corner tries to center, misses everybody, and comes to neutral ice.
It's a great low corner delay from William Karlsson, and he let a backhand up to Mitch Marner, but it was too out of reach.
Marner carries back in, delays. His pass through the slot does not connect. To the corner, though, kept alive by Coughlin. Back to the line, Marner covering the point. Across to Theodore, and another cross-ice pass deflected away, this time by McTavish. Puck stays in the zone, however. Now Hertl out of the left corner. Double teamed as Ross Johnston pins him to the wall. In comes Lacombe. Loose puck to the front of the net, and Ian Moore is waiting for it. He'll angle it out, and Anaheim's going to be whistled for icing here.
And can Ian Moore find a way to make a cutback here on the near side under duress and pass the puck along D to D, try to maintain possession time, or can you opt for a high flip? Those are the couple of options within that sequence that he needs to better exercise, because the Ducks got to limit those icings.
Face-off will be to the right of Lucas Dostal. 19 saves on the night for Lucas. And Cutter Gauthier in to oppose Tomas Hertl on the face-off. Clean win for Hertl. Back to the line. Hutton slides it over. Anderson shot. Saved by Dostal. Loose in front. Dorofeev scores on the rebound. Second of the night for Pavel Dorofeev. Looks like Hertl's going to go through the handshake line first here. Either way, 2-1 Vegas.
Oh, boy. The Anaheim Ducks now find themselves in quite the situation here. The Vegas Golden Knights came into this third period absolutely buzzing, capped off by that latest goal.
I beg your pardon, it is Hertl's goal.
It was a D-to-D pass, near side to far side. D gets it through, and yep, Hertl, near side doorstep, puts it home.
Remember, Hertl had the goal with the goaltender pulled with just over a minute to go in Game 4. It was his first goal in 30 games, and John Tortorella talked about it after the game. He said, doesn't matter when you're a goal scorer like Tomas Hertl, who had 24 in the regular season. It can be an empty net goal. It can be a 5-on-3. It can be a goal with the goalie pulled. It doesn't matter. Well, it can get you going. And that is his first 5-on-5 goal scored since January. And for the first time in Game 5, the Golden Knights lead. It's 2-1.
Johnny, I turn to you after he stick lifted 2 Anaheim Ducks players early on in this game, and that really led to that same mentality.
Here's Granlund the other way, and Hart gets just enough of it to deflect the puck out of play.
Getting some shenanigans post-whistle here.
Killorn mixing it up at the side of the net. Second of the playoffs for Hertl at 4:48. Plenty of time for the Ducks to work with to tie this game back up.
Yeah, Killorn was going at it. Near side post in the offensive zone for the Ducks. He was going at it with Ben Hutton. Seemed like everyone had a dance partner there, but didn't really amount to anything. Johnny, you and I talked about it all series long so far. I mean, the Ducks, they can't take that extra swipe after the whistle. There's no doubt about it. They got to focus on really making more plays to try to tie this one up.
There has not been a power play for either team since the first period. No penalties called by Wes McCauley and Pierre Lambert since the opening frame. McCauley is known as a guy who lets them play, particularly this time of year, and he's been true to that. Puck jumped into the Anaheim zone. I think that would have been icing, but Dostal stepped outside his near side post to kick it to the corner. And now the Golden Knights able to recover possession. Leo Carlson picks it up and skates it out of the zone. Troy Terry feathers it up the right boards into the Vegas zone. Theodore reversing it up the wall. John Carlson, long shot. No traffic in front. Easily gloved off by Carter Hart.
Well, Carter Hart, he's played well, but how many opportunities have the Anaheim Ducks generated by getting to the inside? I mean, there certainly haven't been as much high-danger scoring chances created by the Anaheim Ducks as have been created for the Vegas Golden Knights. That's for sure. Plan your visit to Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, the only casino resort to be awarded the coveted AAA 5-Diamond Aware for both 2024 and 2025. You in?
Face off to the left of Carter Hart. Tim Washy with a clean win. Trouba winds and fires. That's blocked. Howden got in the way, and now Gauthier tries from out high. And that one is blocked by William Carlson. Carlson into the Anaheim zone, tries to center out of the left corner, and Trouba got a piece of that. Gauthier comes up with a loose puck. Great pass ahead. Biel's behind the defense. Turned away by Carter Hart.
Well, Biel's looking for the penalty. He turns to the far side corner official saying, how was that not called? I was getting hooked for a good 10-15 feet.
Ducks regroup. Ian Moore gets it in. Waiting for it in the trapezoid is Carter Hart, who sweeps it along. Ducks reverse it around the boards. Moore activates, cannot keep it in. It's chopped to center where Zellweger is back to collect it. He turns away from Brandon Saad with a spin move. And now up on the play is Killorn. Puts it through the defender but can't get to the other side to pick up the loose puck. And the Knights clear it away. Saad into the Anaheim zone. Contested by Zellweger just inside the blue line. Keeps it alive. Sissons gets it to Hertl. Motors to the top of the crease. Poked away by the paddle of the stick from Dostal. Things opening up a little bit. The Ducks probably would be fine with that. Here comes Seneca through the logo. Wide on the left side. Dispatches a defender. Poked off his stick as he enters the Vegas zone. Theodore with a nice play there. Ducks regroup. It's brought in by Granlund. Pulls up on the right boards. Fights off a check. Filters it towards the net. It does not get through. Batted down off the near boards by John Carlson, but he's forced to retreat defensively as the Knights clear. And here they come into the Anaheim zone. A self-pass off the near boards. It's taken by Dowd, who rims it around. Cole Smith in front. And that went off the mask, I think, of Dostal. Terry trying to bring it to the middle of the ice. Hit by Cole Smith. Gets it to center, and a big hit there on Mintyukov from Nick Dowd.
Well, the Anaheim Ducks are playing hard right now, but it's almost as if the Vegas Golden Knights are playing a tad harder.
Colasar winds it around the boards as the Knights work in the Anaheim zone. Cole Smith behind the net for Nick Dowd. Dowd feeds it out high. Coughlin with a shot, and juggling it was Dostal, who at last is able to cover with just under 12 minutes to go in the third period. The Golden Knights, for the first time tonight, have the lead in Game 5. It's 2-1 Vegas. You're listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
This December will bring something amazing. A place where 1.2 million square feet of game-changing medicine meet 300 acres of tranquility. It's a place built for everyone in Orange County and designed just for you. Prepare to meet the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. World-class academic healthcare right here at home. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Powered by UC Irvine.
Hey, Ducks fans, if you're looking for your next apartment home, scoring your dream apartment has never been easier. With over 165 communities throughout Orange County, the Inland Empire, Ventura, and LA, Western National Property Management and the Anaheim Ducks have you covered. DucksLiving.com, our new platform for finding your new apartment home.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com and score big. Orange County's premier injury firm and official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks. At Easton & Easton, our family of litigators has more than 100 years combined experience fighting the insurance companies in all types of injury accidents. With our family, every case is personal and handled by an actual attorney. Call to speak with an attorney today at 1-833-EASTONS. That's 1-833-EASTONS. Let our family help yours at EastonLawFirm.com.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com to score big. Official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks.
Let's hear your thoughts. How are the good guys going to claw their way back into this one? Text the postgame show, 714-439-8422. And be sure to stop by the Ducks Playoff House in Orange and join fellow fans to check out various activations, exclusive merchandise, and special guest appearances. This unique playoff hub will be open throughout the Ducks postseason from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Admission is free and open to all. Go to AnaheimDucks.com/house for details.
They're doing the wave at T-Mobile Arena. Tomas Hertl, who for the 8th time in his career eclipsed 20 goals in the regular season with 24, has his second in as many games here in the third period. And Vegas has taken a 2-1 lead here in Game 5. 11:40 to go in the game as the Golden Knights look for more, trying to flip it from behind the net and maybe even bank it off if Dostal was Dowd. But Gauthier carries it back to center.
Well, early on,
DL gets rocked at the line by Hertl. And it was Barbashev, 49, not 48, and the Ducks have to regroup. Nice move by Lacombe at center. He carries into the Vegas zone and dishes on the wing. Washy back to the front of the net, and Lacombe's stick was taken away. Rifled through the crease by Viel. It comes to Gauthier, and he took a big shot, and that felled one of the defenders for the Golden Knights.
Yeah, that's Coughlin.
Yeah, he's having trouble getting back to the bench as the Knights get the puck the other way. Marner sneaks it through. Hannafin turned away by Dostal. Remember that. The Ducks only down a goal in part thanks to that save. Knights wind it around the boards, and Anaheim trying to get out of the zone. Granlund loses the puck. Marner toe drags his way to the top of the crease, and his pass intended for Howden off the stick of Lacombe. Good play by Jackson Lacombe. Hanifin pinches up the boards. No stick for Seneca. Rasmus Andersson goes wide on the right side. Circles the net. Centers right into the crease, and it's brushed away by Dostal. Quick pass by Seneca, and Killorn escapes the zone.
Now, the Vegas Golden Knights dodged a penalty right there as Alex Killorn was tripped up, and he's barking at the officials. He's not happy. Well, the Vegas Golden Knights offensively early on in this period, it was all on the upper side. Here comes Vegas.
A steal by Hertl, and coming right down Main Street, firing it wide again is Sissons.
Now, going back to my previous point, Vegas was doing a lot of their passing up top in the offensive zone for them, but now a lot of their plays are low plays. Goal line or behind the net, right to the slot. That's what they're trying to target now. And luckily, the Anaheim Ducks, along with Lukas Dostal, are playing tight, and some big-time stops by the Dos Wall.
Anaheim whistled for icing. 9:59 to go, third period. 2-1 Golden Knights, trying to take a 3-2 lead in this series. Eichel to oppose Carlson, and the faceoff to the left of Dostal. Ducks win the faceoff. Trouba directly ahead at center, and Gauthier taps it. Speed coming late for Leo Carlson, and his shot blocked by Anderson. He gets to it behind the net, centers off the skate of Kreider, and Anderson sweeps it across for Hanifin. Golden Knights want to change. The dump in is off the stick of Barbashev and in behind the Anaheim goal, and Lacombe went the long way. Eichel got the puck. Tries to center. That's tapped out of the slot. Diving play by Lacombe, and VL spins his way only as far as the Vegas stripe.
Well, the Golden Knights are doing a great job of tracking back above. They're 4-3. They're F3, as we call it. Just playing spectacular hockey, not allowing for easy exits for the Ducks.
Yeah, they're staying above the puck, and it's making it difficult to get through the neutral zone, too. Lacombe gets it in. Cross-ice pass to John Carlson. A little rebound off of Hart. Ducks can't get to it. It's rattled up the wall. Terry keeps it at the right point. Behind the net, Ben Hutton moves it quickly. And this airborne pass knocked down in the neutral zone as the Knights bring it into the Anaheim end. Cole Smith pinched off in behind the net. Carlson stops the progression of Nick Dowd. Puck reversed to the left point. Held in and kept on the wall by Hanifin. Behind the net, Dowd couldn't get it to Colasar, and the Ducks will clear the zone and go for a change. Knights catch him on the change, and Rasmus Andersson has room up the left side. He'll wire it around the dasher. Lacombe behind the net. Little chip pass, and Trouba sends it up the left side. Room for Killorn into the Vegas zone. Granlund drives the net. Killorn hits the brakes. Off the bench comes Seneca. He'll take it up the left boards and in behind the net. Pokes it past the defender and chases it down as he circles the zone. Turns and fires. That was partially blocked. Trouba to the left corner keeps it alive. Lacombe pinches off the right point, sends it in front, and nobody home as it went right through the top of the crease. Trouba again activates up the wall, kept it in, but only momentarily, and William Karlsson is able to clear.
Yeah, I thought that Jack Lacombe near side hash mark shot on net was going to be deflected by Alex Killorn, but it was just a tad out of reach.
Puck into the Anaheim zone. Marner collided with Seneca at center. Fans didn't like that. Point-blank shot kicked out by Dostal. Boy, a great centering pass from behind the net. And it was Saad who was turned away in tight by Dostal.
And Shea Theodore, he had that second opportunity at it, but he just missed.
Seneca right down the slot, and he fires it wide. Comes around the boards and back out center ice. Yeah, the fans wanted a call. Looked like Seneca might have had a little knee-on-knee contact with Marner, but they play on. On the rush, Gauthier up the right side. Finds a trailer down the slot. One more pass off a leg. Ducks can't keep it in, but Zellweger will at the top of the zone. He goes across. His wrist shot doesn't make it to the net, and the Golden Knights send it the other way. Zellweger in a hurry, able to get back to it in his own zone. Well, it's that time of the game with under 7 to go, down a goal. Look for players like Zellweger to activate from the blue line. Here's Leo Carlsson at center. Long wrist shot gobbled up by Carter Hart, and he'll hold on. Down to 6:42 left in the third period of Game 5. The Golden Knights 2 and the Ducks 1. You're listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Hockey's not just a game. It's a clash of sticks. It's sprays of ice and crazy saves. It's slap shots and the scrape of blades. It's an endless series of touch-and-go moments that make you feel alive. Through the highs and lows, you march your way down the long road to the playoffs alongside your team, with your jersey on and your heart on your sleeve, because they couldn't do it without you. And when you're there for your team, the NHL store is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLshop.com. A Fanatics experience.
California's #1 casino just got better. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is now the only AAA 5-diamond rated casino hotel in the country. Become a Club Serrano member today and enjoy added perks like exclusive rewards at Monarch Beach Golf Links and Palms Casino Resort, Las Vegas. VIP at another casino? Trade up and take advantage of the tier and offer match program at Yamava Resort and Casino. Voted #1 casino outside of Vegas by Newsweek. Details at yamava.com. Restrictions apply. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Anaheim Ducks tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Anaheim Ducks and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Ducks.
T-Mobile Arena is extremely loud with 6:42 left in this third period. 2-1 in favor of the Vegas Golden Knights. Now is the time to secure your seat for the future. This year's Select a Seat open house event will take place this Sunday at 3 p.m. Explore newly available season ticket locations and learn more about the Orange Alliance, the official Ducks season ticket membership program. Visit ANAHEIMDucks.com/SAS.
6:42 to game and go in game 5. 2-1 Vegas face off in the Golden Knights zone, and McTavish turns and fires right on. Carter Hart with another stop. To the line, it's Trouba. He spreads and has his shot blocked as out came Howden to get in the way, and he clears the zone. A third period goal from Tomas Hertl early in the period. Right now the difference in the hockey game. Ducks will stretch it from behind their own net, redirected by Gauthier in, and Washi will get there first. He's tied up as he kicks it along the yellow in behind the Vegas net, knocked loose by McTavish. Lacombe feeds the point, covered by Gauthier. Long shot comes off the end boards, poked away by Hart. Bad angle shot just fired back towards the net. Didn't make it there. Ducks recover possession and work it around the perimeter. Lacombe from a bad angle misses the net. It comes to Trouba, and he misfires on a one-timer, but keeps the puck alive in the zone, knocking it away from William Karlsson, who just got it across the blue line.
Yeah, mistakes are going to happen even late in situations like this, but good on Jacob Trouba where he didn't get the shot through, but he recovered and got a nice stick on puck play there.
Knights dump it in behind Dostal, who stays in his crease, and it's quickly moved ahead by John Carlson. It comes back into the zone offside. We are down to the final 5:29 in regulation of Game 5. Vegas 2, the Ducks 1. You're listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Helping people of SoCal isn't just what we do, it's who we are. At your SoCal Honda dealers, look for our team of helpful guys and gals in blue all year long. Helping by providing free gas, bringing meals to seniors, supporting teachers and veterans, handing out ice cream, and so much more. And that's not all. Every Honda dealership has sales teams ready to help you find your perfect Honda with a great deal. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Enhance your game day experience with the Honda Center and Ducks mobile app. Make your visits to Honda Center seamless with ticket management, mobile food and drink ordering, interactive arena maps, and exclusive fan loyalty rewards. Stay connected to the Ducks with real-time game updates, video highlights, breaking news, stats, and more. Download the Honda Center Ducks app free in your app store now.
Game, Vegas leading late in the third period here. The Ducks, though, getting their chances in the offensive zone as of late. Emerson, what do you want to see from them in order to break through here in this 5.5 final minutes?
Honestly, continue to play how they're playing right now, and that is shooting lots. They're getting the puck back lots as well. So, yeah, you're seeing bad angle shots from both offensive zone corners. They're just wiring at it. The skates of Carter Hart, and it's coming back the other side. They're regaining possession on a lot of those missed shots, and they got to just continue to do exactly that. Why? Because they're just getting the puck back.
Game 6 is Thursday night when the series returns to Honda Center. Experience the electricity of Game 6. Tickets are limited, so secure them now. Visit ANAHEIMDucks.com/tickets. Face off in the neutral zone with 5:29 remaining in the third period. A long way to go. The Ducks led the league in third period comeback wins with a dozen in the regular season. They've done it in these playoffs one other time. And they just need one. Eichel and Granlund to take the draw from outside the Anaheim stripe, and it's a clean win for Mikhail Granlund. Zellweger's pass broken up in the neutral zone, and Pavel Dorofeyev just chips it into the Anaheim zone. Zellweger back to get it around the end boards, and Carlson under duress will just loft it the length of the ice. That'll go 200 feet, and that is an icing infraction.
Well, the Anaheim Ducks were the team that was possessing the puck way more of the last few shifts. They hadn't been icing the puck. The team who was forcing plays, playing a little bit hot potato, was the Vegas Golden Knights over the last few shifts. But sure enough, Anaheim just iced the puck.
So far in this series, Vegas has won the odd-numbered games. The Ducks have won the even-numbered games. 5:14 left here in Game 5. The Golden Knights trying to keep that trend going, leading 2-1. William Karlsson leans in to take the draw against Mikhail Granlund. A little eager at the rim of the circle with Seneca. Now they drop it, and Marner steps in and hit the crossbar. Wow. Puck stays in the barn, and now Granlund having a little trouble with it in front of his own net.
It was the toe drag that bought Mitch Marner just a few more inches, and that also got his body weight over that shot. That's why he absolutely wired it.
Ducks dump it back into the Vegas zone. Seneca cycles it along. High slot. Zellweger fakes the shot. Dishes to John Carlson, and Carter Hart denies.
What a save. Pushing and shoving ensues in front of Carter Hart. How about that look? How about the deception from Olin Zellweger? Now the pass he kicked out to the far side was just a tad in front of John Carlson. Boy, what could have been if Olin Zellweger just put that pass in his wheelhouse for the one-timer.
Yeah, he had to catch it, you're right. And that heartbeat matters, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%. And I think that made all the difference, at least for Carter Hart, to recover a tad bit more and get a better angle for himself.
4:46 to go in the face-off to the right of Hart in the Vegas zone. Leo Carlson leans in to take the draw. He's beaten cleanly by Nick Dowd. Knights up the boards, kept by Lacombe at the left point. He fumbles it, and he cannot keep it in the zone. Leo Carlson there to recover at center. Oh, the Golden Knights, Ducks thought had too many men on the ice as his pass at center was intercepted by a player who came right off the bench.
Boy, was that close.
I would doubt that they would call that after not calling anything these last two periods. Knights get it into the Anaheim zone, and around the boards it goes. Kreider seals his man off, allowing Lacombe to reverse it. And Trouba from behind the net under duress. Terry with an airborne pass that gives him problems as Kolasar pressures. Vegas is not sitting back in the neutral zone. They're pressuring when they can. Ducks changing as Trouba skates it ahead and now drops it off for Cutter Gauthier. Gauthier takes a look, stretches it. Viel has it taken away right in front of the Vegas bench. Carlson recovers for Anaheim. John, who sends it in, and Viel racing in after it. Crashing with Hutton along the end boards. Viel goes down. Loose puck to the corner. McTavish gets to it. To John Carlson. Across left point. Dusted off. Long wrist shot. Goes wide off the stick of Zellweger. Seeing a lot of Olin Zellweger down the stretch here. He's now playing with John Carlson. Ducks able to keep the puck in at the line. Nice play by Gauthier. The open man down the slot. Gauthier had it slashed off his stick. Puck recovered. John Carlson's one-timer floats wide on the short side. He didn't get all of that. Zellweger pinches up the boards. From behind the net, Cutter Gauthier now out high. It's McTavish. Got it to Gauthier. Great pass here. Zellweger. He fumbles it. And he scores! He hesitated when he didn't catch the pass cleanly. Hart came out, and Olin Zellweger has tied Game 5 with 3:04 to play.
Olen Zellweger, are you kidding me? Ice in his veins. As Johnny just mentioned, just a split second. One extra stick handle. He actually just missed the collection of that puck. It rolled off his stick a tad. He regained possession and absolutely snipes it. What a tally.
Zellweger had 7 in the regular season. That is his first of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Mason, McTavish, and Gauthier are going to draw the assists. And this game is tied at 2 with just over 3 minutes to play. Puck dumped in off the faceoff from the wrong side of the red line by the Golden Knights. And just 7 seconds after the goal, an icing call against Vegas. Olen Zellweger scratched for 13 consecutive games, has come back into the lineup. Emerson points in each of the 2 games since his return.
You want to talk about making a statement, right? I mean, how do you, yes, how do you take him out of the lineup now? With the impacts he's had over the last 2 games, it's almost impossible.
Well, I just mentioned, I don't know if we've seen Pavel Mintyukov in the third period, whether there's an injury situation, but it's been Carlson and Zellweger down the stretch.
That's a good point, Johnny.
Face off to the right of Carter Hart, and now McTavish, who has 2 assists in this hockey game, leans in to take the draw. And Mason wins it. Served across, and Lacombe, oh wow, a shot by Trouba from the line and went off a couple bodies. Hart was way out of position. Back comes Barbashev into the Anaheim zone, and he's wiped out by Trouba. Fans want a call that they won't get. Gauthier's pass goes right through Trouba to the far boards, and it stays in. Barbashev's pass across off the skate of McTavish. Nice play by Mason. He'll skate it to center. Dishes it to Gauthier. Little crisscross play between the 2 of them, and they enter the zone. McTavish goes behind the net. Killorn goes to the front of the net, and Eichel knocks the puck up the boards. Great recovery momentarily by Zellweger, but he loses the puck, and Dorofeev sends it back into the Anaheim zone, only to have Carlson wipe it away. All kinds of collisions all over the ice as Eichel pitchforks it into the Anaheim zone, and Dostal is out to set it up for John Carlson.
Well, here's the good news. The Anaheim Ducks, anytime they touch the puck, they are looking to make plays. They're getting their head up, and they are touching these pucks with such confidence.
Seneca in on the forecheck as they finish a change. Just a little redirect by Killorn. Got it deep. Now it's recovered at center by Zellweger. Full control for Trouba. Minute 45 left in regulation in Game 5. Tied at 2 in Vegas. Coughlin back in his own zone, wipes it around, and Kolasar starts back for the Knights. Hits the brakes in the neutral zone, pulls up, gets center red, puts it to the left corner of the Anaheim zone. Trouba calm with it, moves it away. Ducks up the boards, do not get it out. Loose puck that Lacombe got a stick on, couldn't clear. It comes to the left of Dostal. He's going to freeze it down as players are strewn all over the place. Dowd is knocked down at the bottom of the right circle. Kolasar taking issue with Washi and Lacombe, and as has been the case since the first period, no call.
Yeah, and I'll have to agree with that, right? If you're going to make a call on the initial takedown of Dowd there, you got to take him for embellishment. I mean, there was just as much of an embellishment after the fact as him being hauled down. So you got to do either or. Take both or leave it. The officials decided to leave it.
18,000 plus on hand at T-Mobile. Get your Ducks tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Ducks and the NHL. With mobile entry and easy transfer, you're in for every goal. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Anaheim Ducks, because when they shoot, you score only at Ticketmaster. Face off in the Anaheim zone, controlled by the Golden Knights. They'll rim it around the boards at the left hash mark. Hanifin down low now for Eichel. Jack Eichel pushed to the boards by Washi. Cycles it along. Over comes Trouba, and Washi with the loose puck for Lacombe. Final minute of play. As Lacombe cannot loft it out of the zone, it's gloved down by Barbashev. He's hit along the boards, and another chance for Lacombe, who does get it out this time. Killorn able to nudge it into Vegas ice as the Ducks go for a change with only 45 seconds left in regulation.
Boy, Lacombe just barely got that puck out. This is a game of inches, folks.
Zellweger back to get this one in the Anaheim zone, and Seneca keeps it out. 30 seconds left. It's sent back in. That went off the helmet of John Carlson. Leo Carlson is there to the rescue. John Carlson now into the middle of the ice. Room for Cutter Gauthier. Goes wide on the left side in the Vegas zone. Circles the net. Oh, he tried to go high short side as he got to the goal line. Got it back and whipped it right through the goal crease. It'll come up the boards and out. Lacombe back in his own zone. Gauthier calling for it with 10 seconds left. Rims it around the boards back in. Colasar trying to get it out. He gets rocked by Seneca as he lobs it back through center ice. And for the first time in this second round series, we will go to overtime tonight at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Dylan Coughlin unhappy as he was debucketed on the hit by Seneca in the far corner of the Vegas zone. But if nothing else, Wes McCauley and Pierre Lambert have been consistent these last two periods. Once again, no call, Emerson.
Well, I'd be unhappy, too, if I got absolutely laid out by Beckett Seneca in that fashion.
And it was a little bit late. It was definitely borderline, and the Ducks are fortunate that they will not begin overtime, perhaps shorthanded.
Well, as long as you get away with it, I have no problem with it. I thought it was a hard hit. Hey, if you can get away with it, why not? That's a testament to Beckett Seneca for continuing to play such hard-nosed, playoff-style hockey.
Tomas Hertl just under 5 minutes into the third gave Vegas their first lead of Game 5 with his second of the playoffs and second in as many games. Olin Zellweger with just over 3 minutes remaining forced overtime with his first of the postseason and his second point in as many games since coming into the Anaheim postseason lineup. We have bonus hockey tonight in Sin City. T-Mobile Arena through 60 minutes in Game 5. The series tied at 2. The Ducks and Vegas Golden Knights tied at 2. Stay tuned. Alexis Downey is coming up with more intermission action as we get set for overtime tonight here in Vegas. 2-2 in Game 5 through 3 periods of play. You're listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Hey, Ducks fans, if you're looking for your next apartment home, scoring your dream apartment has never been easier. With over 165 communities throughout Orange County, the Inland Empire, Ventura, and LA, Western National Property Management and the Anaheim Ducks have you covered. DucksLiving.com, our new platform for finding your new apartment home.
You did it again. You made us #1 in USA Today's 10 Best for the third year in a row. You voted Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel the best casino outside of Las Vegas for the third time. And Yamava Resort grabbed a first-time win as the best casino hotel. Enjoy the winning atmosphere at one of more than 150 gaming tables, more than 7,400 slot machines, and 5 high-limit rooms. That's not all. Grab a bite at the Pines Modern Steakhouse, voted the best casino restaurant for the third year in a row. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Hockey's not just a game. It's a clash of sticks. It's sprays of ice and crazy saves. It's slap shots and the scrape of blades. It's an endless series of touch-and-go moments that make you feel alive. Through the highs and lows, you march your way down the long road to the playoffs alongside your team, with your jersey on and your heart on your sleeve, because they couldn't do it without you. And when you're there for your team, the NHL store is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLshop.com. A Fanatics experience.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. November 24th, Honda Center. Journey. Tickets on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
We have some bonus hockey tonight. After 60 minutes of play, the Ducks and Golden Knights are going to overtime. 2-2, the final score after regulation. Welcome into our quick intermission report ahead of this overtime frame. Alexis Downey here alongside Emerson Needham as well. Emmer, that third period looked a little bit different, of course, for Anaheim, as well as Vegas got out early, were able to score, Ducks playing from behind, but we know that's something that they're used to doing going back to the regular season. Well,
I mentioned it just going into that third frame there, right from our last commercial break before puck drop, and I looked at the takeaway numbers now. At the time, if I'm not mistaken, it was 7-1 in favor of the Anaheim Ducks. Now it's 8-4, but still, it really caps off what is just tremendous hunger by the Anaheim Ducks. I mean, with the puck, without the puck. The best part about all this is when they have opportunities to shoot it, even when they don't have opportunities to shoot it, they're finding ways to get it towards the net by any means necessary. Oftentimes, goal line shots, just trying to throw it at the skates of Carter Hart. Well, it worked. They continue to get the puck back after a lot of those either misfires or juicy rebounds. And you can't help but compliment the sheer work ethic for the Anaheim Ducks. It's just been unbelievable to see. They've been shoring up the giveaways, the Vegas Golden Knights, giving the puck away more, 17-13. So a lot going in the right direction here in some overtime hockey coming up for the Anaheim Ducks. Alexis?
We really saw that urgency start to take shape for the Ducks as that third period went along, right before the Olen Zellweger goal that tied it up. I mean, his first career playoff goal. He gets back into the lineup, and he's been so noticeable these last game and then again tonight. What stands out from what he's been doing on the ice? Well, he's utilizing his speed, and yes, he was last game, but maybe even more so here tonight. Even just the prior to tucking it there late, I mean, he was just all over the offensive zone. He was everywhere. He was far side corner, near side corner. He was just, he's been playing at an incredible rate. So, everyone, just speaking of the young guys, Beckett Seneca, Olen Zellweger, those guys they're playing with just tremendous confidence, tremendous just ability to manage the puck while under duress, when not under duress. I mean, they are making big things happen out there. Yeah, you look at the goal scoring for Anaheim in this game tonight, Beckett Seneca and Olen Zellweger, but both of those assisted by Cutter Gauthier and Mason McTavish. Cutter Gauthier now 12 points in 11 games played for this postseason. But wanted to quickly go back to that Olen Zellweger goal, Emmer. I mean, it was almost a bit of deception. It looks like Carter Hart kind of read it wrong, the way Zellweger was able to settle the puck, and then we know he had 7 regular season goals. We know he knows how to score, but I think that probably caught Vegas by surprise. No, 100%. No, it slightly rolled off his stick, but when speaking on the deception part, you're 100% right. I just think it was a split-second hesitation fake, maybe just a slight angle change, drop of the shoulder, all in one, and yeah, it fooled Carter Hart. Yeah, I think it was almost a 1-2 combo. It was the slight roll-off. Once he did gain possession of it, thereafter, it was, as you mentioned, just a slight adjustment change that really threw off Hart. So, look, he's been phenomenal. He's out there looking to make an impact. He's just been all over the ice. And Johnny said it there late, not a whole lot of Pavel Mintyukov, a whole lot more of Olen Zellweger. So it just really means, Alexis, it's crunch time, right? The guys who are playing at their best are certainly going to get more ice time. So it's one of those things where everyone's got to continue to up the ante, up their level of play, because, I mean, the final stretch of that third period, it was phenomenal hockey by the Anaheim Ducks. That's what head coach Joel Quenneville likes to do, reward those who are on the ice having, of course, a strong game. So that's what we're seeing with Olen Zellweger. And curious to see how this Ducks team fares in overtime, because the last time they had an overtime game was back in round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, where they got a 4-3 win in game 4 over the Oilers. This is the first overtime game with the Golden Knights in this round 2. We're going to step aside on our intermission report. Join us when we come back.
Enhance your game day experience with the Honda Center and Ducks mobile app. Make your visits to Honda Center seamless with ticket management, mobile food and drink ordering, interactive arena maps, and exclusive fan loyalty rewards. Stay connected to the Ducks with real-time game updates, video highlights, breaking news, stats, and more. Download the Honda Center Ducks app free in your app store now.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Anaheim Ducks tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Anaheim Ducks and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Ducks.
order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
She was the sister who went unnoticed.
A daffodil might look plain next to a lily, but on its own there is much to be admired.
Now, her greatest chapter is yet to come.
The most important thing is to be yourself.
From the world of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice comes a new BritBox original drama.
Mary, you will flourish.
Based on the best-selling novel, The Other Bennett Sister, now streaming only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
Helping people of SoCal isn't just what we do, it's who we are. At your SoCal Honda dealers, look for our team of helpful guys and gals in blue all year long. Helping by providing free gas, bringing meals to seniors, supporting teachers and veterans, handing out ice cream, and so much more. And that's not all. Every Honda dealership has sales teams ready to help you find your perfect Honda with a great deal. Search your local Honda dealer today.
With the intermission report ahead of overtime hockey in Vegas. The Ducks and Golden Knights game 5 now going to overtime 2-2. The final score after regulation. The goal scorers for Anaheim, Beckett Sendika and Olin Zellweger. And the goal scorers for Vegas, Pavel Dorofeev and Tomas Hertl. But on the end of Emmer, wanted to kind of circle back to a point that you and Johnny were talking about. The referees have held their whistles. No penalties through the second and third periods. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, there was, I don't want to say a missed call, but they elected not to call what would have been deemed very close to a too many men infraction for the Vegas Golden Knights on one of their changes. Probably the latest was Nick Dowd going down there, and it could have been either or, right? I mentioned it right after the fact that you either got to take both, one for the haul down, whether it be interference or hooking, whatever the case may be, and the overall embellishment, as there was a little bit of embellishment there laid on by Nick Dowd there. So, yeah, they're elected to, in my humble opinion, Alexis, do the right thing and just let the good guys play, let the opposition play, and it's making out for a much better hockey game. I think we can all agree. So I look forward to hopefully seeing them just let them play it out here in this extra time, and hopefully the Anaheim Ducks can capitalize, take this one back to Anaheim with the series lead.
It is a 2-2 series here in Game 5. Ducks and Golden Knights. Who will get the game-winning goal? That's what we're going to find out here coming up as we return back to this game. And it's going to be John Allers and Emerson Edom with the call of this overtime frame. Thanks for listening to our quick intermission report.
This December, we'll bring something amazing. A place where 1.2 million square feet of game-changing medicine meet 300 acres of tranquility. It's a place built for everyone in Orange County and designed just for you. Prepare to meet the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. World-class academic healthcare right here at home. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Powered by UC Irvine.
Hey, Ducks fans! If you're looking for your next apartment home, scoring your dream apartment has never been easier. With over 165 communities throughout Orange County, the Inland Empire, Ventura, and LA, Western National Property Management and the Anaheim Ducks have you covered. DucksLiving.com, our new platform for finding your new apartment home.
Hey, Ducks fans, smart drivers like you know all too well how frustrating rush hour can be. Next time you're in a jam, remember these pro tips from Mercury Insurance. Driving is kind of like hockey. Follow too closely and you could cause a pileup. So always keep 3 seconds of following distance behind other cars. Smart drivers don't rely on luck. They rely on great coverage. Switch to Mercury so the next time life throws a slap shot your way, you'll have reliable insurance to back you up. Plus, you could end up saving hundreds. Mercury, smart insurance for smart people.
Set to go to overtime at T-Mobile Arena in Game 5 of the Western Conference second round best-of-7 series between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Anaheim Ducks. This postseason in games going beyond regulation, the Vegas Golden Knights are 2-0. Both game-winning goals coming from Brett Howden. The Ducks are 1-0. Their game winner came from Ryan Poehling, who has not played in this game since the first period when he was knocked out by a major penalty for interference on Braden McNabb. A couple of things to keep in mind as we head to overtime, Emerson. The team switch ends again, so much like with the second period, it's the long change period, and that can create some issues for teams here.
Yeah, and the key is to try to hang on to those pucks during the changes, right? I mean, that's going to allow for the players to track back hard, and that is a huge part of what we're discussing, Johnny. The Anaheim Ducks, any which player cannot afford to be coasting back to their respective bench on changes. They got to be bearing their heads and absolutely cook back to the bench, allow those fresh bodies to quickly get on the ice, and changes are going to be huge here.
5-on-5 overtime. Next goal wins. It's not like the regular season where you play 3-on-3 for 5 minutes and then go to a shootout. Pavel Mintyukov did play 2 minutes and 59 seconds in that third period for the Ducks after having played over 5 minutes in each of the first two periods. We'll see if he's available to Anaheim. We don't have any report, but we are underway in overtime as the faceoff comes all the way back to Lucas Dostal. Zellweger goes up the left boards. Kreider has it forced back into the zone by Rasmus Andersson, and Zellweger will reverse it away. Chasing is John Carlson, who puts it right through the middle of the ice. This is going to roll all the way down. And an icing infraction against the Ducks just 19 seconds into overtime.
And that was close. It almost seemed as if Rasmus Andersson either pivoted the opposite direction at the last second, making it seem as if he couldn't have caught that puck, but that was close. If anything, he did a great job selling it.
Well, you think about this game, Emerson. Ryan Poehling goes out in the first period. His line, McTavish and Gauthier both have 2 assists in the game. Face-off win for the Golden Knights. Sent to the left point. Hanifin's shot is absorbed by Dostal, and they'll do it again to the right of the Anaheim netminder.
Well, to your previous point there, Johnny, all that means is guys are ready to step up when it counts.
Raise their game.
Yes,
exactly.
100%. And that is huge, right? You don't take home the hardware. You don't win the Stanley Cup without those types of sequences and those mentalities from players.
And you may not think it's much. Dostal catches that puck and hangs on, but it allows the Ducks to get a change. Previously, it had been an icing, so Washy comes out to take the face-off, and Anaheim controls. Hanifin with the keep at the left point as Trouba tried to go up the wall, and it's wound around for Marner on the right hash. Rasmus Andersson unable to keep as Anaheim will flip it to center. Spinning with it is Jeffrey Viel, and he rolls it in wide of Carter Hart. Lacombe gets to it on the right side. He gets crunched, but it's Washy down low who keeps it alive. Viel taps it loose, trying to find a passing option. He just eats the puck along the boards. Ross Johnston comes over and shovels it around. Pinching up the left boards, Lacombe sends it right back behind the net. Johnston stops it there. Ross knocked to his knees. Keeps the play alive with a couple of slashes. Loose to the corner. Viel gets on it. Left point, Lacombe. Right point, Trouba looking for a tip, and his shot sails wide. Lacombe sends it back to the front of the net, and Rasmus Andersson retreats behind the Vegas goal with it. The Ducks get changes. Good shift there for Anaheim.
Boy, on that Jacob Trouba far side point shot, you had Viel going to the net. You had several Ducks skaters going towards the net. That was a big-time bomb.
Golden Knights lose it in the Anaheim zone. Granlund dips his shoulder, brings it back in on the right side. Tried to center, hit the side of the net. Up the glass it comes near side, and Barbashev fires it to center. Nice catch of the pass there by Dorofeev, who gives it to Eichel. Hits the brakes, backdoor pass at the far post, and that went off the stick of Barbashev in behind the net. Loose behind the goal, and Mintyukov is there to wrap it around the wall. It's all about puck battles now. Granlund joins the fray on the far side. Hinges it back, and it's just lobbed back to center ice by Anaheim. Bouncing puck, and Seneca got entangled with his man, forcing Hart to come out and play it as he and Theodore both fell down. Theodore rifles it ahead for Kolasar, fresh off the Vegas bench. Goes off his skate in behind the net. He feeds it out in front, and it's fired wide by Dowd. Boy, a good look there for Vegas, to say the least. Kolasar again behind the net. He's angled off, but Cole Smith picks it up for Vegas. Cycles it back to Colasar behind the net. Zellweger knocks him off the puck, and Ian Moore comes up with it.
Well, Colasar came into the shift with serious purpose as he had a great feed to nick down their far side for their great A opportunity.
McTavish dumps it back the other way, and Trouba pinches up the boards. Loose puck kept alive, and Cutter Gauthier off the boards just sends it on net. Hart easily blockered that aside. Trouba rims it back around, and it's Seneca in the corner. Tried to center, is behind his intended target, and the Knights will clear back into Anaheim ice. No icing as Trouba gets it. Vegas goes for a change, and Trouba indirect off the boards all the way to the blue line for Killorn. He jams it in, and Hart waits for it in the trapezoid. Sets it up for Hanifin and rims it around the boards, but it's sealed for a moment by Trouba, and now brought back the other way by the Golden Knights. Anderson joins the rush, goes wide, sent it towards the net, redirected in behind the goal, and Trouba's there to clean it up. Anaheim will start back. Seneca takes the feed up the left side. Mates are changing, so he's just trying to buy time as he's checked to the boards by Hertl. Hanifin picks the puck up and sends it the other way. Through center, Sisson's got a redirect, and now Vegas will change, so Anaheim quickly moves it from behind their own net. John Carlson had a little trouble with it. Now he slows it down back in his own end with Zellweger. Olin Zellweger trying to bring it through center. That's turned away at the blue line. Let's go Knights is the chant from 18,000 plus at T-Mobile. Dump back in behind the Anaheim net. Carlson's pass up the middle to the line. Rifled on net. Loose rebound just out of the reach of Eichel. Terry tries to move it to the middle. Eichel still has it. Tries to make a pass across. They score! A crease pass. And Jack Eichel makes the play. The Golden Knights take a 3-2 lead in the series.
That was a hard-working goal.
Pavel Dorofeyev, second of the night, is the game winner. 4:10 into overtime.
The sheer determination by the opposition. What plays by Jack Eichel going inside, back out. And I don't know if he just wanted to toss that on net and create a juicy rebound, but that's certainly what happened. And Dorofeyev comes up so clutch late in this game.
Second of the game for Dorofeyev is his 7th of the playoffs. Vegas with all 5 shots in overtime, and they win it and take a 3-2 lead in this series. This one will be a tough pill to swallow, Emerson.
Yeah, and look, I'm not going to fault some of the passes there late, but the execution over that last shift just started to falter. Just some mistiming on routes, passes, and the Vegas Golden Knights were just able to capitalize on it.
The puck was deflected on the cross-ice pass. Dorofeyev patiently waited. It looked like it was on edge when it came back to earth, and he snapped it all in one motion up into the top shelf as Eichel had stolen a clearing attempt, and he made the pass across. Dorofeyev gives the Knights a 3-2 win, or I should say a 3-2 lead with a 3-2 win here tonight somewhere. Daryl Sutter is smiling. He said years ago, over a decade ago, this is a 3-2 lead. This is a 3-2 series by virtue of the Golden Knights' 3-2 overtime win here tonight at T-Mobile Arena. Anaheim Ducks hockey on the Ducks Radio Network is brought to you by UCI Health. Discover how a marsh can be healing. Get ready for a place born of the healing powers of breakthroughs and tranquility. This is where community meets innovation, where game-changing research takes place beside soul-affirming nature. All in the name of a healthier Orange County. Discover the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. And by Mercury Insurance. Game 5 of Ducks versus Golden Knights has been brought to you by Mercury Insurance. Smart insurance for smart people. By Western National Property Management. DucksLiving.com. Your new platform to score your dream apartment. And by Yamava Resort and Casino. Play at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. You in. Our on-site engineer tonight here in Vegas is Ray Ragel. Yair Mendoza is back at Skyview. For Emerson Edom, I'm John Allers. Emerson will join Alexis Downey with our post-game coverage. That's coming up next. 3-2 the final in overtime. Vegas wins Game 5. You're listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
The best way to follow the Stanley Cup playoffs is here.
And